there might be some...
Maybe some more connections here, but I doubt it.
Is it? Oh, that looks promising. How'd the dinner go last night?
Yeah, it's good, mate. It's nice. Lovely stay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, there'd be some good farms out here, I reckon.
Yeah.
Look at that little jump.
No, it wasn't same as those.
So there's nothing that connects.
So I think it's the same as last week, yeah, because you got that into there.
It's not the bigger one going.
So what do you...
This is where Bo, his lab mice, connected to that.
So that doesn't fit in there.
Well, that does, but we don't have.
Yeah. Hello. Go nuts. You go. You move down here. Sorry, mate. You move down to the wicket. Yeah, mate. Yeah. Where's it going? Yeah, no, it's gone.
You want to get us rolling?
Hey, Brownie.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Ivan Marsden.
Father's Day.
Father's Day, Elliot. How
Happy
amazing.
Father's Day to all the dads out there.
Hope you're all waking up with a bit of a coffee, bacon and eggs.
An early start for us this morning here for the Bayside Pirates playing the Coastal Marlins in Game 1 today. First ball underway, short and pulled just wide of mid-on for a single, and the Coastal Marlins are underway, Mark.
You beauty, mate. As always, smooth as sailing here, aren't we, Elliot? Marlins won the toss, chose to bat. Bit of a dewy outfield. Wondering if that plays in the mind. I noticed in the other ground, the winners of the toss chose to bat, maybe to take that ball out of play, get a bit of dampness and not much movement. So we'll see how that plays out.
Might be something in this. The wicket played pretty well early last week. I know Yvonne Marsden field 3 here, and we've got Josh Henderson opening the bowling here for the Bayside Pirates.
Big Hendo.
Big Hendo up from Coomera Hope Island on the Gold Coast in the local first A-grade competition. Coming in again, and Henderson. It's a good channel, that one, and it's nudged forward a point for a dot. Looks like good energy out there in the field from the Bayside Pirates. And
We've got for the Marlins, Chris Glass at the non-strikers end, local Toowoomba lad. Teacher up there at one of the local schools, good hockey player. He's trying to get a number on the left hand. I'm sure people out there will know who that is, but we're still coming to terms with these exciting players. Hendo's got that little stutter at the start of his run-up.
little solo ball, rolled his fingers over it, and a little nudge down to fine leg for a single. Nice little easy start here. You see teams go one of two ways with in the early overs with the power play. It's either go hard or get a feel for the wicket.
Yeah, probably first morning, day 2, you might think, just have a look, see what the wicket is doing anything. I know some players are saying it was a little bit tacky last week early on, whether or not they just see out the first couple of overs. And the other opening bat is Zach Kuhn.
Had a good week last week. Cooney.
Kuhn, it's a tricky one, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's pronounced Coiney.
Coiney.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how Bangers was pronouncing it last week, anyway.
If Bangers is doing it, we should all do it. So, he had a handy start to his BPL campaign, did he, Elliot?
Handy start last week. He might even be the skipper of the Marlins, that Coiney.
Yeah. His name could be Kappa. I don't know, maybe because Coiney's too hard. The spelling, Hendo. Blast, flat batted.
That was a boundary for sure if Henderson didn't get a hand on that one, and that'll be stinging in this brisk early morning out here in Ipswich. The big opening fast bowler putting his mitt on the line.
I've seen Chris Glass bat a couple of times up in a local T20 Cop in Toowoomba, and with his hockey background, the only way I can explain it is he can slap the ball. Some forearm slaps just over mid-wicket straight. It's pretty good to watch if he gets going.
Oh, and there it is.
There you go.
As you see it, Mark, and that's run away.
You see that skip? The viewers wouldn't have seen that skip along the Dewey outfield. That just sort of doing bounce once, just twice before the rope, and Glassy opens the count quite nicely. Yeah, incredible eye, Chris Glass. Can go and can just take the game away really easily. So exciting if he does, because the Marlins, none. Well, did we say 0 or none and 2? 0 and 2, that's a bit more. 0 and 2 after their 2 first games. The Dingoes chased down a big total against them, which they'll be ruined. Dropping Blake Maher early in his innings, and he went on to score big. The Pirates also 0 from 2.
0 from 2.
So, I don't want to say cellar dwellers this early in the campaign. We'll see.
But both teams have been keen for a win here, and just going back to that shot over cow corner there, you see that quite often with the hockey players that come across the cricket. They love that mid-wicket region and they pick it up so well. Pick that up from just short of a length and put that away. So it'll be interesting to see if he can get a few more of them away. Two teams looking for the first win of the competition. Pointy to face. Down the side.
That's number 14. That'll be Lutter, I believe. Rowan Lutter. Ipswich Logan product. Lutzy.
Lutzy.
Haven't gone too imaginative with the nickname there, which is always a bit tricky. Lutzy. Did actually take a bit of stick last week from the King. We called him the King. I can't actually pronounce your surname. It's and yeah, he went for about 28 off 1 over. So.
Oh, that's a comeback. Whistled through to the keeper, chin height. Gee, the wicket looks good early, Mark.
Bit of bounce. Pretty good to watch.
Very lively and quite surprising there from the opening quick bowler. First one kind of ambled in and just drifted down the leg side, and that one's whistled past Coiney.
He's got a lovely, I was going to say lovely run up just as he stuck it towards the popping crease, but I know the viewers can't see the fielding positions of the deep. They are running a deep third man, sort of a deep square leg for Kappa or Coiney. Let's see what they do for Glass, knowing what he can do.
Oh yeah, you see that man go out now.
Straight away. And it's a similar field. Looks like the square leg is a little bit more mid-wicketish, to be honest. Oh no, coming back around.
Yeah, it looks like...
So the third man isn't on the boundary, he's just sort of ambling back. So a bit of a regulation T20 field, one slip.
That's the ambers in again, that's a good channel to Glass, and he nudges, just forward a point for a single.
Quite deep on the circle there, aren't they, Elliot? So there will be ones there if they have a nice touch. Quite deep on the circle there, and probably always one.
Yeah, one every day of the week there, and good to see Glass. He's got the finesse to go with his power. We saw him pick up a length ball and put it over mid-wicket last over, and he's just nudging the field round for singles there. Lutter in again. Oh, that is a great channel, and a bit of movement it looked like off the wicket there, Mark.
You say a little off cutter or just a bit of natural?
Yeah. I think that angle that he's got to the left-hander and his tall action at release with an upright seam could be a bit of trouble if he bangs it in like he did then. And I'm liking him here to the left-handed Coiney.
None for 9.
Good start here from the Pirates.
Oh,
my
Kappa, the man
days.
out there coming around. Oh, geez, great effort. He's probably really worried about actually carrying the ball over the boundary by the look of it.
Would have been one to tell the grandkids about that one, Mark. And that would have stung their hands early out here in Ipswich. It's quite chilly in the morning. And
well, you must be from Brisbane, mate. This is beautiful weather. I'm not too sure what you're talking about, mate. The Sunshine Coast. But it's a long locks out there for the Pirates. We'll get a name for it. I'm sure people, when we start saying long locks, he plays for the Pirates. There's probably only one guy. It looks like he's running that.
He's a busy man.
Yeah, indeed.
When he picked that up off a length there, and
oh, he's gone again.
Lada rolled his fingers over that one, and when he puts that one out to mid-wicket, and they pick up 2. Good over this one here from the Marlins. They needed it too. The first couple of overs were pretty quiet, and Coiney getting a couple away in this over off Rowan Lutter. And none for 13 off 2. Not a bad start here for the Marlins.
It's a great start. Steady, one chance. Logan Duval, out in the boundary there. That is some serious hair going out there, isn't it, Elliot?
Matt, true to the form of a pirate. Must have been why they drafted him. He's been busy out there on the boundary early.
He's had a bit of action.
good action. They've left him out there for Glass, who's picked up a couple out to mid-wicket early with his... looks like he's got a strong bottom hand, picks up the length nicely, and saw him get a few away last week as well, Chris Glass, and great opening partnership forming here for the Marlins.
Immediate change, left armour. We are Elliot.
Love the shape of the lefty. Looks like there's a bit of a left to right slant on the wicket here, and I don't mind that with the lefty.
Playing into the field condition. That's Brendan Honeybrook, left armour, coming in. So an immediate chance. He did this with Hendo last week as well. Interesting tactic. Maybe just give him a couple one-over stints.
Yeah, keeping the bowlers fresh, and Honeybrook picked up the wicket of Liam Hope Shackley yesterday in their game against Wynnum.
Are you just watching grey cricket?
Yeah, just they got the live streams on every game at the moment. So, wowee.
Beautiful shot there from Kappa. Or Twinny.
Single out to deep mid-wicket. And the rotation of strike, the left-hand, right-hand combination, feels a clever play by the Marlins. T20, couple extra loose balls perhaps. We've seen a few drift down the leg side.
Any commentary with the live stream with Premier Road, mate? Any?
No, just on the KO game.
You're just practicing, were you? Just watching?
Yeah, that's it. No, just at home.
Just calling it.
We actually had bangers on the live stream yesterday on KO.
Oh, fantastic.
Big fella.
Oh, you got to hang out with Banger last week, didn't you?
Yeah, got a little game in with Banger. Great man.
The bear, they call him, Honeybrook, rolling in.
Oh, it's a jacker.
That's the line for a left armour, isn't it?
It's the line.
Across the face of the right-hander, make him guess, is he going to straighten one up, or the natural in-swing of the left-hander? He's got quite an angly run-up, hasn't he? Certainly seems quite relaxed, the bear.
Had injury problems the last couple of years, old Brandon Honeybrook, but he's looking good here early. He just can't bowl there to Chris Glass. He's picked that one up and put it over the rope for the first Dorothy of the day.
Dorothy,
downtown Dorothy.
Oh, it's the first time I've heard it. Logan Duval, I'm going to call Logan with the locks, had no chance of getting near that. That went quite flat, didn't it? Flat and hard. And I think if it did go down someone's throat, you're going to be stinging your hands.
Yeah, you're not wanting that one to come to you if you're on the boundary.
No. This is what Chris Glass can do. He can pick a ball up nearly from any lane and slot it to the leg side. I'm not too sure what they call that in hockey, like that.
Yeah, but it really does play into the hockey players' skill book there. And Chris Glass, he's put a few to the boundary early on that leg side, and just feel like you've got to keep it up, pitched up to him. Oh, as we say that, a bit of chin music. Honeybrook not having a bar of that. Gives him something to think about. Just as we were talking about how well he picks up a length, he's just been... I like seeing that though, the ball flying through...
At throw
tie.
The local hero for the Marlins, is it Daisy?
Daisy?
Yeah, he's got playing. I'm just wondering. What was one of their early pickups? The bear goes full this time.
Slow ball there from Honeybrook. Coyne looked like he was lining that one up as well. And a productive over from the Marlins, and a great start so far. Done for 22 after 3, and danger signs early here for the Pirates with Chris Glass looking good early. Flat maximum there in that last over off Honeybrook, and good signs here for the Marlins. Both sides searching for their first win of the competition. And who are you fancying early here, Mark?
Look, it's you're asking me after 3 overs to predict the winner. I guess it's better than asking me to predict the winner after no overs. So, mate, I'll jump off the fence, and I'll just say with a real solid start to the Marlins, 3 overs in, running it just a tickle over 7. I'll say Marlins.
Marlins.
Purely
Marlins early.
there was 1 wicket or 2 wickets. I'm going to win Pirates. So, yeah, look, it's going to be tricky. But as I said, if these two blokes can actually get away to a flyer, big totals are hard to chase down. Although the Dingoes did do it against the Marlins last week on field number 1. So I think is that the Tsunami?
Yeah, it's the Tsunami. Second leading wicket taker in the comp so far for the Pirates.
Sort of an unmistakable action, isn't it?
Tsunami Gautam. The right arm off spin. Kind of hard to pick out of their hands. Just a flick, and with the last over of the power play, it's a big play here for the Pirates.
Glass looking to take advantage, going well over cover here if he can. Not that one.
Quicker down towards leg stump there from the Tsunami, and they run through for a leg bye. Bringing Coyne on strike. Love this from the Pirates, bringing on spin early here in the power play. Big play, change of pace, and the way Tsunami Gautam's bowled so far this competition, a good move here by the Pirates.
Yeah, they used him well last week. Be interested to see how the Pirates use short. Swinging doesn't take advantage of that one. How they use Trent Keith. From more reports, he's not a full-time spinner, but ended up bowling 4 overs for 4 wickets last week.
Picking up wickets for fun last week. Oh.
Just targeting the areas where there is simply no fielders. That's going to pull up by the look of it.
They amble through for 3. And nice shot there by Coyne early. Danced down the wicket and just chipped it over cover. All the fielders are on the ring there, and clever play. Picked up 3, and that brings our man Chris Glass onto strike. And you just fancy him here, hitting with the spin, vacant mid-wicket.
Just a man at deep square and deep mid on. Will he take up the invitation? He tries. Oh!
Goes for it, and that'll run away. Chris Glass. Looked like he got all of it then.
Don't think that's where he intended to hit it. It looks like the short final, well, the man at 45 sort of halted and, scooted past him and skidding across this dewy outfield. So the Marlins, they continue on their very strong start.
Yeah, like you call early, Mark. I think the Marlins are looking good here, especially with these two boys looking more and more set. Really liking the look of Chris Glass early. A couple of boundaries and a maximum. And it's a good over there by Tsunami Gautam until that boundary got away.
Chris Glass, a local Toowoomba product. I know the Dingoes really fancied him to try and pick him up in the auction, and they couldn't quite get him. So to the Marlins he goes. I don't think he played last week though, Chris Glass, and he's been given a shot at the top and
making the most of it. 18 off 14 balls so far. And another bowling change here by the Pirates in search of a breakthrough. Andy Michael coming on to bowl for the Pirates, and
you don't need numbers, Ellie. You just know.
Popped up on my map, on my app here. Lucky man. Oh, great start here. Andy Michael, love that channel to the lefty. We've seen a couple beat the bat early, and that's where they need to be.
It does help when you look at that, doesn't it? I've just noticed that. It's got some information there, hasn't it? So
should we pop that one up here for
no,
both of us?
We're good. I just want to... Andy Michael, he's obviously a pretty handy all-rounder. He scored quite a few runs last week as well, so yeah, he's sort of doing his job.
Yeah, a little bit of both. You see that quite often now in T20, don't you? Players that can do both bat and ball. The all-rounder Michael ambles in again, and Coyne picks the bones out of that one, and that'll run away. Backward of square. Coyne with a boundary. Big pull shot, and you just feel like they need to keep the ball pitched up here, the Pirates. All boundaries have kind of come from balls short of a length, and the Marlins not missing any opportunity to capitalise. Coyne getting the party started here, none for 34. And the Marlins with their best start so far in the competition. The pressure's on here for the Pirates. Andy Michael comes in again, pitches that one up and straight to cover for a dot. First over now out of the power play. They've got the deep third man, deep cover, long off, long on, and a deep square here to Coiney. Michael bowling is medium fast. You think it just hit a length here?
Oh, he was loading up there, Gordy. Loading up.
The boys look like they're sending them like beach balls out there, Mark.
Loading up, locked and loaded. And just for those people joining us, I'm sure hopefully those fathers have had a little sleep in. Got some breakfast in bed maybe, Elliot. Just a little shout out to my two kiddos who have wished me happy Father's Day, Leo and Bonnie. I'm sure they're not listening in or watching, but and shout out to my old man Ian, or he's commonly known as Emu.
Emu.
He will be maybe watching or listening in. So happy Father's Day, mate. I'll catch up with you later on. And yeah, it's a special day. I'm sure there's plenty of fathers playing out here today, Elliot. Probably kids and, you know, playing and their dads watching. So yeah, that's just what happens. COVID rejigged everything, and here we are, Ivan Marsden Ovals, Ipswich, the Marlins having a crack.
It's a good Father's Day present, Mark, for anyone out there that hasn't picked the present up for their father just yet, like myself.
You're just hoping for some inspiration today?
Yeah, I just thought I'd come down and have a chat to a father for some inspiration.
Tsunami just floats that one way, full toss to Glassy. He doesn't actually take full advantage of. I'm sure he was looking to punch the gap there.
There's a one opportunity out to deep cover there. Glass just hit the man.
Oh! There's a man coming in.
Oh! A big parachute out there at deep mid wicket, and Glass picks up another boundary. Nathan Murray out there on the deep mid wicket boundary, and that's the danger zone to Glass, and that one just dropped short of him as he came running in, and little nutmeg through the legs for a boundary, and the Tsunami will not be happy with that. Building a bit of pressure here, and just a couple of boundaries getting away. This Glass really looking good on his way to 22 so far.
Going again.
Oh.
Going again. And gone.
Chris Glass, second maximum of the day for him, and he loves them there, Mark. He loves them there.
He likes them everywhere. Chris Glass, yeah, well, I don't know how much practice he's been doing, but it looks like he's been practicing with range hitting, that's for sure. That was just picked up off outside, off a good length. And look, to be honest, he couldn't have split those two fielders any better, could he?
Absolutely nailed that one, Chris Glass, and the slug sweep is just right in his arc there, and the Tsunami just drops that one a bit shorter. Oh, and there's that finesse we talk about again. Glass works that one around the corner to the vacant 45 region and picks up two.
Clever batting, mate. Clever batting.
Hard to bowl to as well when you've got a man that can clear the rope, pick you up off the length and work the field as it spreads to the regions he's hitting. Makes it hard, and you just feel like that drop early off Glass is going to cost the Pirates here. Dropped at the mid-wicket boundary a couple of overs ago, and wow.
Slashing, and that just rolled away, backward of point. Another boundary to the Marlins, Elliot, here we go.
50 up.
Jeez, how many overs?
50 up off inside 6 overs here. Glass, open the face, would you say there, and split the gap of short third and point on the ring, and it just runs away on this side closest to you here, folks. This boundary is lightning downhill. And Glass, 34 off 19 balls.
Well bowled, good comeback. And again,
singles. You just feel like if you're going to be on the ring, you've got to be on one, and the Pirates just on the back foot there on the ring, easy ones.
Turning the strike over really nicely here. They're actually playing, dare I say, near perfect T20 cricket. Waiting for the ball to go hard, and they're going really hard. But when the ball's not there, just looking to take the ones, take the twos, running hard. It's pretty smart. The experienced players just doing their job. So that's brilliant cricket to watch.
And this is what they would have hoped for last week, the Marlins. Maybe just took them a couple of games to get the chemistry right within the team. Hard for all these boys, never played together in BPL 1 here. A lot of players coming from all over the state, different teams, and last weekend was their first weekend of competition together.
So for Glass now, you can't see it on the pictures, but they have a sort of a deep wide mid on, nearly someone at cow corner, and then like a very square leg as well. So they're really trying to cover that slap, that forehand missile that he launches. But they've still got cover at sweeper and deep mid off as well. So obviously you rarely see any teams not using their 5 players on the boundary once the power play has finished. And not forgetting that the power surge, the 2 over power surge, which they can take after the 10th over as well there. So, Corny just playing an anchor role, wasn't he?
Yeah, a bit of a supporting role. Keeper up to the stumps now.
Play beams. Gloving really well last week, play beams. I don't know if you watched any of the Pirates game, but he had a real smart stumping there. Coming off the bowling, but yeah, it was very, very sharp. Batted quite well and probably needed to come in much early in my opinion.
It's pretty adjacent from where we are here, Mark.
You're not willing to call where it's pitching?
Maybe just pitching outside leg. Yeah.
It's always hard for the right armour coming over the wicket to the left armour. Always a bit tricky. Really didn't have that one straightened up. Andy Michael. Some long locks out here. Right, haven't they? Jeez, they got hair, more hair than me. Wouldn't be hard. Glassy! Oh!
Second drop.
The bear.
Can't drop them in
The
T20
bear.
cricket.
The bear with the big paws.
This Glass getting away with it again.
Glass has been grassed twice. This is a bit of fortune. Bit of fortune often favours the brave, Elliot. And I'm sure that's not going to change the way Glass is going to bat it. Probably just thinks, oh well, another chance.
My day today. He's
Go
thinking
harder. Go harder.
2 drops on that leg side, and Andy Michael, the bowler, will be fuming with that one. Had the field set and straight down the throat of short fine, comes in again. Really like him to the left-hander, and Pointy just looking for the ones to rotate the strike and bring the danger man, Glass, onto strike. And what's the tactic here to Chris Glass? How do you get this man out besides holding catches?
Well, I'm just wondering the channel that they're bowling. Do you need to go real 6-7 stuff to see what he's got out there at cover by pushing it? They seem to be bowling into his pads on middle stump, which he doesn't mind.
Playing into his game plan perfectly, and
you try a more of a run, a drop ball tactic, or even just a one tactic.
Yeah, we haven't seen a period where he's been dotted up for a period of time.
Yeah, I'd like to see a 6-7 stump line to him to see what he does, because
yeah, you feel like quite a defensive approach from the Pirates. Andy Michael again on that leg stump line, and Coiney works it out. Deep square, and they're coming back for 2. Great throw on the boundary, but gee, maybe he took his time getting off the fence there, and Coiney works 2, which keeps Glass on strike. Coming into the 7th over.
quick drink here, and they've earned it. Even though the condition.
59 off 7 here, Mark. Great start by the Marlins. Chris Glass, 37 off 22 balls, and he's looked in great shape. Feel like maybe a game in the bag yesterday for the players into their 3rd game of the season in the 2nd weekend. 4th game for some of these guys. With the start of the 1st grade competition kicking off yesterday here in Queensland. Bad start. Kyle Wisniewski over there fixing the scorecard, coming off the back of a 5-fer yesterday for the Dolphins.
Looking pretty relaxed in his Birkenstocks and socks. What a look.
Writes the news for the GC Bulletin. Mr. Wisniewski
Obviously.
be writing his own headline this week in the paper.
Wow, what, a living legend on the coast, is he?
Up from Tassie. See
Right.
those guys on the sea change.
Looks like he's loving the weather.
Middle of summer here in August.
Birkenstocks and socks. Who we got here? Elliot.
Change bowler. Missed the pop-up on the out this time. All that matters is Glass is on strike. Keeper's up to the stumps. Awkward action there, and Glass runs it down short third and a single. Singles all day on the ring here for the Marlins. And you just feel like they need a wicket here, the Pirates, just to lively it up in the field. Looks like the fielders are on the back foot a little bit. And how could you not be? None for 60. Absolute flyer here for the Marlins. Chris Glass, 38, 23 deliveries. He's looking in good nick. And Nathan Murray's the new bowler. And then on the fence everywhere on the leg side. And it's like a lip stump line there when he can't take advantage. And you just see that left hand, right hand combination making it hard for the bowlers to adjust, and Pointy getting a few loose ones on the leg side. Hasn't been able to take advantage so far. It just looks like he's...
Oh, it's a beautiful shot into the ground. Well fielded, really.
We've seen a few of that, the bowlers with the return field. And Pointy settling into his kind of support role here for the Marlins.
Yeah, absolutely. He's striking at 85, but why not when the other bloke's striking at 170?
Oh!
Although he's looking...
Oh,
dear oh me.
Happened there. That is a strange dismissal, that one.
Oh, he obviously thought he made more contact with
Yeah,
it.
or maybe he was on for buys. I think maybe he might have forgotten that the keeper was up to the stumps as well, and he took off for the single. And what will that go down as stumped or run out, Mark?
No, I think that's a stumping. Not that I have read the rule book recently, Elliot. It's not something I read at night, but it was quite...
or on Father's Day.
It was quite bemusing. I think Clay Beams thought, what's happening here? He even didn't take the stump straight away. He just like,
almost
I'll
surprised, wasn't he? When he took off for the single, and you have to feel for him. Great start there, though, for the Marlins.
As a batsman, though, you know when the keeper's there. But it's in your peripheral. You generally have a pretty good idea of what's actually happening there. So, but first wicket.
60-run opening stand there from the Marlins, and that's a great start. Just what they're looking for. When he gone for 17 off 22 balls and played the perfect partner role there for Chris Glass. And that brings Corey Hunter to the crease, the winner Manly product. Did you get a good look at him last week at all, Mark?
Didn't actually get a look at him at all. Commentated a couple of games last week, but Marlins was not one of them. They didn't let us loose on the KO broadcast, no, I'm not too sure why.
And Nathan Murray with the breakthrough there.
With an odd breakthrough.
Odd breakthrough, 1 for 1 off his 3 deliveries so far, and you just feel like this slow medium pace is doing the trick here.
Just noodling around a little bit.
Yeah, dibbly dobblers.
Maybe a little bit of movement through the air, maybe a little bit more off the deck.
You did hear a few of the players say that last week, that the slower the ball was delivered, the harder it was to play with spin and that slower medium pace. Just hard to get away on this wicket. Murray short of a length, and
Hunter's away.
Gamble through for a single. Hunter off the mark. And
First.
equivalent of a few dots here for the Marlins against Chris Glass. He hasn't faced the ball in about an over or so. And when he's in touch like he is, you feel like maybe that's just the edge that you need. And Andy Michael coming through for his 3rd over. He's only gone for 11 so far. And they've just managed to hold things up here since the power play, the Pirates. I feel like maybe 5 fielders on the fence might do that.
Yeah, well, but the way Glassy has been hitting them, but he's on, as I said, he's off strike again. They're certainly protecting that leg side boundary now. No Trent Keeper in the Pirates game today after taking 4 wickets in the first game last week. I noticed the way he bowled, little left arm orthodox, really slowed his pace up. And I think we know spin plays a huge part in T20 in making the batsman generate the pace. But yeah, his variation, but his slowness, I guess, was quite good to watch. So interesting what sort of spin options they have as Michael. cruises into glass.
Oh, downtown,
Toowoomba.
baby. Downtown Toowoomba.
That's a saying, downtown Toowoomba.
That one's come down with ice on it. He's put that one into the stratosphere glass and he loves it.
That
Third maximum.
That went high. That went very, very high.
Yeah, his last 2 sixes were flat and he's just played pulled the 7-iron out for that one.
He just seems to have strength to his forehand. I'm going to have to nickname him Popeye or something here. I'm not too sure, but his strength, the ability to just pick up those balls with ease. Michael, into glass again.
That's the line you're talking about there, Mark. Just that.
Great running. Great running, great cricket, Chris Glass. I think when they have bowled that line, he's been able to just bat on ball, push it to the gully, bat non-strikers and backing up well. It's pretty basic cricket, but geez, it's clever.
And had good support from the non-strikers as well on their toes for that single. So almost back every 6 up with that nudge just forward a point.
Yep.
And Hunter.
Couldn't connect with that one. It would have been runs. There's no one at well, basically a sweeper at deep cover. Yeah, bat on that. Yeah, didn't cash in, he'd be upset. I don't think they've bowled more than 3 dots in a row, have they? Elliot?
Yes, dotting a few up here and third man goes back just to round out the over.
Protecting that boundary.
Hunter,
same line
again. Hunter just nudges that one out to deep cover for a single. Michael, other than that maximum that Glass picked up a couple of deliveries ago, he's been pretty economical, only 7 and over, which you feel like with the start that the Marlins got has been just what they needed, a run a ball and thereabouts.
3 men out on the boundary, leg side. Can Glass go over the top again?
Michael, in he comes, and a bit fuller there, and Glass.
The Yorker.
That's the one they're looking for.
Always tricky, mate, the Yorker.
Always hard to get away, that one. And that rounds out the 9th over, 1 for 70 here, the Marlins. And this Glass, 45 off 26 balls. 4 boundaries, 3 maximums. Classic T20 batting so far from Chris Glass. And the Marlins in good shape here.
Definitely in good shape. No surprise, Murray continues. Just that sort of medium slow bowling, isn't it? Clay Beams up to the stumps, creating a bit of doubt.
He's been clean up to the stumps, Clay Beams.
A little take 2 on a run up here.
Corey Hunter missed out yesterday against South Brisbane. Stumped, so he not too keen on the keeper up to the stumps here.
Change in the field. Cow coming in, deep, and third man dropping out of the circle, so we should see something short outside off. No, maybe not.
Bang.
That's the last time I try and predict what the ball is going to be bowled. And a little misfield down there. Great running there. Maybe the double bluff there by the skipper and the bowler to think, third man going back something a bit short outside off, and just full at the stumps.
Bowler not having a bar of the captain's orders there.
And Hunter just actually hit that one quite nicely. No one there at short, a regulation mid on, so always 1. But take 2 on the misfield.
Nathan Murray in again, and wowee.
Pull that one,
Corey
Elliot.
Hunter.
Holy, that's gone. That's
Over
6.
the fence, he's gone bangos over cover, and he loved that. All the fielders on the ring there, and quite a safe shot, and he absolutely picked the bones out of it.
Yeah, just like a wide mid off, or a straight cover.
Off the drive, and you see the modern day player can play the full 360, and Corey Hunter, it's the first sign of aggression we've seen so far, and that one was in his slot.
Yeah, it looks like he looked pretty comfortable out there at the start. Took a couple of ones, got Glassy back on strike. He might be ready now. He's had a couple of siders. So.
And Corey Hunter with a Manly product. Going to get away for his first major score of the season so far. And Nathan Murray bowling quite well until that one. You have to say, quite a good shot. And he's gone again. Same shot. Almost the same result. Another boundary. Corey Hunter.
They even adjusted the field there, Elliot. They took one out from deep on the leg side and brought a sort of a really deep, wide mid-off and a deep cover. This is possibly, I don't know how Corey bats, but maybe a strength of his where he can go lofted. But maybe, are they playing to his strengths or are they wanting to have a crack there? I'm not too sure.
Doesn't mind the risk either way. Corey Hunter loving the look of the men on the ring at cover there and taking them on. 6-4, 1 for 82 for the Pirates, and they've kept the man on the ring there.
Kept the man on the ring. They've got like two sort of short third bands. You're going to see something short outside off. No. Again, I've tried to call it. Hasn't worked. He's darted one into the leg side. Big Hendo. No two on that arm.
Come charging in, and you feel like both batsmen here have almost started to show signs that the floodgates are opening here for the Marlins. Corey Hunter, 15 off 8, and Chris Glass, 45 off 26. A good partnership forming here for the Marlins.
Striking at 200 this partnership at the moment.
And take the leg by the Pirates. As that brings Corey Hunter back onto strike, who hasn't minded a little look in here at Nathan Murray on that 5th stump line. Picking up the length ball, putting two over that man at cover.
What will Murray do here now? So the mid-offs, no, tracking back now. Deep mid-off,
Saw
deep
playing
cover.
beans. I can have a chat to him a couple of deliveries ago. What's he said there?
Gone full, gone for the Yorker by the look of it. Man tracking around, one bounce. That's sharp fielding from the Pirates.
Putting out there on the boundary.
The Marlins are really looking hard for the twos. They've actually played some really clever cricket. But a fantastic start here by the Marlins, rounding at the 10th over. The score 1 for 85. And for those who are pretty good at math, Bo Nicholson, who I was commentating with last week, who works up that in his head, I can work that one in my head, mate. Running at 8.5 per over. So he was able to do different equations into the decimal point recurring in his head. Not for me, mate, not for me. What about you?
No, not for me either, Mark. Prefer the automated calculations to run off. Saves the human error. But wickets in hand as well.
Wickets. 9 in the shed, halfway through their innings. If we look at the little telltale app we're on, the projected score of 170. You want to project one?
Well, if they can keep these men in for a couple more overs, keep in mind we've still got the two overs of the power surge to come, which you feel like they might fancy taking with these two men in here, the Marlins. But if you're the coaching staff of the Marlins, you don't mind 1 for 85 after 10 as a scorecard. And bowling change. They've brought back their man, the big Josh Henderson, for his second over. Got an over in early, and it's like Corey Hunter to face. Round the wicket here, slow ball, full toss, and just bang to mid-off on the ring there for a single. And that brings Chris Glass onto strike here. Interesting field. Oh, they've taken the power surge. They have taken the power surge. So, as we mentioned, two men set. Wickets in the bank. Silly not to take the power surge after the 10th here. And Josh Henderson coming around the wicket. They've got deep fine leg and deep square on the fence. And I'm not saying take me on if you want then. Henderson around the wicket. What a leg stump line.
I'm just wondering,
Interesting tactic here.
A deep fine leg.
Yeah, you have to wonder with the field here for the Pirates, but so far so good. Only one off the over so far. Henderson.
Must be trying to look at the dart down on his heels. Clearly.
Oh!
And if you miss it, that's what happens.
Glass will take full advantage of a freebie on leg stump. And that's his 50. Chris Glass. Have they gone one early there? Either way, great shot forward to square. Chris Glass. Loved that leap side boundary today. And the Pirates giving him a Giving him the freebie he was after there, fully on leg stump.
Yeah.
The power surge, you don't mind that.
Yeah, definitely targeting around the wicket, trying to target his pads into the deep fine leg and deep square, but yeah, if they miss, it's pretty strong through the mid-wicket region, so
They need a wicket here, the Pirates. Fielder's looking a bit flat. And Henderson produced slow
oh,
ball.
there's a man. That should be out. Number 10 coming around for the Pirates. This time that ain't grass glass.
And what do we know here in the com box? Henderson.
Harrison Clark Burnham, the young bloke,
That's the breakthrough they were after.
tracking around quite nicely. Easy catch. I think his mum will be happy with that one.
And it's high adrenaline cricket here with the power surge. And great innings there. Chris Glass, 49 off 29.
Sublime.
Sublime. From the big fella. That's the start they were after. And he's played his role to a T there, Chris Glass. Might be disappointed not to bring up his 50 there. But
No other option though to keep going, Elliot, really.
yeah, it's great big there. Chris Glass done the team thing and trying to clear the fence. And Henderson with the slow ball, rolled his fingers over it. And Chris Glass, top edge, long on running around and absolutely slowing it, holding their catches. Finally, a couple of drops to a hold there for the Pirates. And new man to the crease is Lloyd Aspen. Saw him get a couple of runs last week, Lloyd Aspen. Batsman changed ends, bringing Corey Hunter on strike. And Henderson, not a bad over so far for the first over of the power surge. Another slow ball. Hunter
Going hard at it, naturally.
can't get that one away. And straight away you see a wicket bring a bit more chat into the field there. Feel like the window's open here for the Pirates. Hangs in the balance at 2 for 90. 10.5.
Hendo's got a limp on him. He's not lame, he's just talking to one of his men in the shed.
Experienced player bowls a full heavy ball.
Oh, that's a slower change up.
Hunter.
Hunter's taken full advantage of the change up.
And that's in the slot and it's gone. Downtown, Corey Hunter rounds out the first over of the power surge with a huge 6 over cow corner. Great shot though.
Beautiful shot.
With the spin of that slow ball there, and Henderson looks like he's carrying some taxes there in that groin region.
Looks like me when I wake up every morning, Elliot.
Yeah.
So, yeah, take a little while to warm up.
And 2 for 96 here.
Andy Michael changing ends.
I've only seen spin feature for a few overs here, but last week on this wicket we saw spin feature heavily, and the fruits were tasted off the spin last week, and Pirates maybe missing a beat there.
Now, off from the other end as well, I noticed. I'm not too sure when you did your game, Elliot, but the other end, that's where all the spinners came from, and quite a bit of success.
Andy Michael with the change of ends here.
Oh! That's a little full toss on the leg side, and I don't think it cleared the rope from our vantage point. We'll wait for the umpire. We're waiting for,
Boundary for Lloyd Aspen. First rock he's faced, and he just flicks that one over short fine leg for a 4.
a little gimme, wasn't it,
Yeah,
Elliot?
you take that every day of the week for your first rock. And Andy Michael with the change of ends, not bringing the result that the Pirates were after. 100 up for the Marlins. 2 for 100 after 11.1 here, second over of the power surge. And Lloyd Aspen, 4 off the first ball. What can he produce on the second? Michael, full again, outside edge, beats third man, and that races away.
Right down to us here, right in front. It was a low full toss. Got lucky there, Lloyd Aspen. Lloyd Aspen, that's a great name, isn't it? Sounds something quite, should be Lloyd Aspen the third, I reckon.
Yeah, it's like a king of sorts, doesn't it?
King Lloyd Aspen from maybe Marrickville.
Yeah. And Michael in again here. Oh, that one's popped. There we go, first ball to hit the deck this over, and perhaps that's what the Pirates were after with the change of ends there. Looks like it just exploded off a length.
May not be expecting that, Lloyd, due to the fact that we've got a deep mid-wicket and deep long on. You're thinking they'd be mainly pitched up, but the shorter one, the double bluff, caught him by surprise.
They'll take the dot, the Pirates. And Michael again in, short of a length. They amble in, short third, ambles in there, and they get through for a single. Bottom edge down the short third. And they keep the same field here to Corey Hunter. They've got sort of a deep forward square and a long on. Men on the ring everywhere on the offside. Andy Michael in again. Full, and Corey Hunter bangs it to mid-off. Through for a single. And Corey Hunter doing a little job here for the Pirates.
He's come in well, hasn't he? Took his time, a couple of singles, some beautiful lofted cover drives, really got him going, striking at 178.
Oh,
Probably unhappy with that one.
yeah, you'd be looked like a absolute gift there. Andy Michael gets away with one, banged it in, and Corey Hunter ambles through for a single. Perhaps maybe wanting to keep on striking. Our man Henderson, a little bit of support down there.
What's he changing? Socks off.
Bit of
left
magic
boots
spray
off,
maybe
the heel. Yeah.
for the
no.
folks at home that can't see Joshy Henderson.
Could have been out cutting some tiles last night. He's got some blisters on his left foot, maybe. Cut a few tiles in your time, Elliot?
Mate, I'm the king of the two-step.
Ah, right.
Nothing too special coming from me. What about you, mate?
Yeah, cut a bit of rug on the time, but it's been a little while. Few and far between, unfortunately. That is a big roll of band-aids. No one can see it, but looks like the medic has literally bought out Chemist Warehouse here. There's actually no sponsorship there at all, but anyway, we shouldn't mention that. But incredible. Did you see the band-aids? There's like 300 of them.
Looks like he's wearing about a size 15 boot too, the big fella. And they don't want to get the game underway with the Band-Aid application on.
Some pretty tight rules around the time restriction too, isn't there, Elliot? Some big penalties if they don't get their overs bowled. 15 runs for every over they don't get bowled, I believe. So,
Umpire hangs his arms up there, a little wide to start here from the Tsunami.
oh, that's coming down to us, Elliot. Catch it.
In the game here, and bang goes.
Elliot, why weren't you out of your seat?
Mate, you don't want a man like me under a high ball, I tell you that much.
I thought the matchday manager McNeely was going to actually get underneath that one, but he had his hands firmly underneath his armpits. He only had to move 2 metres.
Everyone except the Tsunami happy to watch that one sail over the fence here.
Hunter going for another kill.
A bit quicker there from the Tsunami. And you see the Marlins, every time they hit a maximum, just getting to the other end for a single. And Hunter. Just a little nudge there. And Sam Galtam in again. Fully and just down to long on for a single.
From Lord Aspen the third.
His self-appointed nickname. We'll have to get him in here and let him know. Knight him, perhaps.
There's more to that name. I just know there is. There's more. I want to know the history, the family tree. There's Hunter. Oh, he loaded
He was
up.
lining up. Points made a shamble of that one, and they run through for a single.
Yeah, Andy Michael there at point. Mix that one up a little bit.
Loving the look of this one out the hand here from Gautam. Really gives it a flick and plenty of topspin. We saw that one kick up off a length there from Sunam Gautam, and boys just rotating strike nicely here. Another one. Oh, and that's
Man coming mid on down. Harrison Clark Burnham, the safe hands.
2 catches for the big fella mid on. And swallows that one.
The young 21-year-old from the sunny coast. He's the one that's been catching this morning. They have grasped a few chances, the Pirates, but obviously the old adage of catches win matches. we'll see if those early drops of Chris Glass will come back to haunt them, but that was coming pretty hard, wasn't it?
Yeah, we've seen him hang on to a couple now. The young fella. Harrison Clark Burnham. Reliable hands on the boundary. They wouldn't have minded him on the fence there earlier before Chris Glass got away here, folks. If you've missed the action, we saw a flyer of a start from Harry Coyne and Chris Glass for the first partnership for the Marlins. And
Corey Hunter. It's a great knock from Hunter.
they'll take that. And the Pirates, he got one away early in the over there, and the Tsunami came back and picked him up later in the over. Just a bit quicker through the air there. Tossed the first one up and he put him over the rope and just hurried it through the air a bit quicker, and Hunter picked up the man on the boundary. Kautam in again. And rounds out the over for a single. Wicket time for the Pirates. They'll take that. 3 down now, the Marlins. Sort of score we're looking at there, Mark.
118 with that single after the 13.
And you feel like the game's in the balance here for the Pirates. What's a par total on this wicket, Mark? What would the Marlins be looking to put on the board?
With the start they've got and the wickets in hand with 7 overs remaining, well, I'm just going to go into the 190s. I think they're just going to absolutely launch here. They're none from 2. They need to win, so do the Pirates, but they'll have to do the same. But at this point in time, the Pirates are going to be chasing a fair total. You've got to admit that it's probably, unless it's a major collapse, but the wicket seems to be pretty good. It's going to be a 160, 170 minimum, you would have thought. A slower bouncer there.
No. He's had the blister attended to, and the big fella running in off the fine leg boundary keeps it to 1.
Yeah, I just think they'll be looking to go in the 180s, 190s. Or will we see the magical figure of 200 being notched up? That would be quite incredible to watch. But par total, 182. There you go.
That's what our computer's telling us here, folks.
I didn't know, mate. It is good.
182? Did you not read that?
No, I did
You
not.
just picked it up. There's that mathematical brain you were talking about earlier, Mark.
The new batsman to the crease for the Marlins, Josh Matthews.
Joined us in the combox last week, Joshy Matthews. Big in the runs last year in grade cricket. 750 runs for the big fella. He'll be looking to pick up a few more here for the Marlins. And new man to the crease. Their batting stocks looking good here, the Marlins. Joshy Matthews in at 5.
As the Bear comes back in for another spell, into his 3rd ball of his 2nd over. Big, dirty inside edge there.
Lloyd Aspen, striking at 200, was eyeing the cow corner boundary again there, and keeping the big fella Henderson busy on the boundary. He's not happy about that.
He certainly has got a fair little blimp going on. He looks...
Oh,
followed him down the pitch, didn't he?
Yeah,
making room for himself.
and this runs away here. This boundary, great building by Nathan Murray here on the boundary for the Pirates. And is that runs called?
Yeah, must have been an inside edge onto the pad or something to that effect.
3 added to the total there. They all count. Lloyd Aspen, 25 off 12, striking at 208. Just took what start was given to him from the openers and absolutely running away with it here. Honeybrook again, that's the channel we're looking for.
A little punch there from Matthews. Easy one. Get the man on strike. Although it won't be because that was the last ball of the over. So therefore will not be on strike.
And
the good times continue to roll. Runs coming quite easily for the Marlins.
we saw low totals defended here last week, but I feel like maybe a new week brings a new equation to the table. 126 after 14 overs here, the Marlins. And looks like we're in store for some entertainment here in the last overs. Wickets in hand, runs on the board.
Tsunami in for his last over.
firing that one in. He's got men on the fence at deep square, cow corner and long on here.
That's a rare defensive shot. Haven't seen too many today at all.
Especially for the big fella, King Lloyd Aspen. Dances down the wicket and just lost the one.
I think that was Matthews.
Matthews, sorry.
It was too. I think, yeah, looking just to get Matthews getting his eye and getting a feel for the wicket to get the man. The king. No, we've already got a king. He plays for the Wave Riders.
And the Tsunami. Bowled well here today. In again. Well,
Floats that one
up a bit more.
That was floated, wasn't it, Elliot?
Tossed that one up. And Lloyd Aspen.
That's probably the first inventive shot we've seen today. A little reverse sweep. I don't think we've seen anything too creative today.
Unconventional there, and they got through for a single.
Just a conventional drive down the mid off for one from Matthews, bringing Aspen back on strike.
And happy with the ones here. The Pirates tied over so far from the Tsunami.
Probably one of the better overs in the entire game so far. No pressure. What will happen?
Fires that one in. That's the outcome. Really doing the trick here for the Pirates, and the Marlins just quite happy to see him out perhaps here, just knocking the ones.
Variation's been beautiful this over, I think, Elliot. Darts followed by a floater. I don't think any delivery would have been the same.
Perfect spin T20 bowling here. And wowee, what a shot there. Joshy Matthews just knelt down and just lifted that one over. Short fine, but they only get through for a single, and a great over there from the Tsunami.
Well, dots are better, but one's the next best thing, especially at the rate the Pirates are going.
Figures don't tell the full story there for the spinner.
Yeah, there are only 4 or 5 coming off that one, so probably one of his better overs, but clearly one of their top line guys, and possibly their only spin option today. So Trent Keith did bowl his 4 overs last week with his left arm, and not in the lineup today. So they go back to the Bear, Honeybrook. They're really using the 4 or 5 bowlers, so they're looking to probably bowl out their maximum at this point, Elliot.
Yeah, looks like maybe they're sticking with their game plan of the medium pace, but so far looks like the Marlins have had the knocker on them. It up quite well when they've hit short of a length, and Matthews is looking to capitalise here. And
there's a strangled appeal from Clay Beams and even Hendo down deep fine leg. Yeah, how was that one? Asking the question, but they were the only 2 guys to really ask a question. I'd say the left arm again coming over the wicket to the right ender, hitting the well outside leg stump from our bench.
Yeah, from our third-hand vantage point here, folks. And Honeybrook again. Aspen is happy to knock that one out to deep mid-wicket there. And they angle through for a single. Honeybrook putting they've just put a screw in the runs here, the Pirates. Only really seen singles the last 9 deliveries or so, and that's what they've been looking for this whole innings so far. Honeybrook in again. And is that the wicket they've been looking for?
That's a Tsunami. Cow corner. 1-2 steps, catching in.
Never looked like dropping that one. The Tsunami running in off the deep mid-wicket boundary, swallows it. And Joshy Matthews just looking to get a boundary away. As we said earlier, dots and ones really building the pressure there on the Marlins and bringing about a valuable wicket.
Very valuable indeed. He had to go, with only 5 overs remaining, 130. They would have been still eyeing off a big total here, but a couple of wickets at key moments. Although, is there ever not a key moment to pick up a wicket? I don't think there is. So,
but that's the pressure that good T20 bowling does there, regardless of the old Tsunami previous over not picking up a wicket. Just putting a screw on the runs really tightens the pressure, especially when they've been flowing freely. and a wicket, usually the result. And again there we see Dotson ones building the pressure. Can they do it again here? Honeybrook rolls his fingers over that one, and Lloyd Aspen squeezes it out. Wider point.
Oh, they run 2 in the midfield. Great running. Seems to be a little tactic here from the left armer, trying to really angle him at their pads, give him no room, not letting Lloyd Aspen free his arms. But clearly his strength is sort of over that cover. He does look to be trying to make a little bit of room, but the bear keeps following him. So let's see what happens this ball. This one's a bit...
Inventive shot there, Aspen. He's really starting to feel a bit more comfortable at the crease. We saw him with the reverse sweep previous over, and it just looked like he knelt down for a little lap sweep, that delivery. That's just maybe missing out on a little freebie in his slot there. He's put a few of them away over cover. Aspen, and bang goes. He's picked that one up, and that'll run away. Aspen.
Splits Michael and Hendo. Not too sure if that was the intended route for that particular 4, but swung hard and 4 runs. An important boundary there by the Marlins, who, as Ellie's been saying, just a little bit of a stammer in the last couple of overs, just ones and dots, so it's all important boundary. 139, 4 with 4 overs remaining, so a little tiny comeback here by the Pirates. They'll be really trying to reduce this total as best they can.
There you see again, folks, just how important fielding is. The little misfield bringing Lloyd Aspen back on strike for the last couple of deliveries of the over and paying the price, the Pirates, for that misfield. They kept it to 1. They keep the new batsman on strike for the last 2 deliveries.
Get to face the ball, Adam Summerfield.
Absolute crackerjack bowler, Adam Summerfield. Saw him let loose last week, bowling dynamites from the far end. One ball Marsden 3 here. Haven't seen him back yet though. Talk is he's an all-rounder from South Oz. As we see a change of bowler. Who have we got here for the Pirates? Just a little nudge there, and Summerfield off the mark with a single. Just forward a point.
James McNeil. Oh, in unison.
We're one of the under-19s teams warming up behind us there, folks.
This music I do not recognise.
Modern day hip-hop. McNeil running between the bowler and the umpire and the stumps there, firing that one in.
Logan Duval with the locks at a deep square.
He's been a busy man out there at deep square today, Logan Duval.
Saw some action early, didn't he? May not have been ready for it.
Out of bed and straight into the action, the big fella. A couple of chances on the boundary. Chris Glass and McNeil. And again, right arm off his around the wicket, and
that's a big appeal.
Just going down leg, perhaps, Mark.
He had his foot well across there. I'm not too sure. Definitely not too sure from this angle, but yeah, great appeal. I was up.
I was up as well. We all thought it was wicket time here in the combox, folks, and
might have been a bit of bat on it.
Summerfield looking to go downtown in his second delivery. They get through.
Lloyd Aspen.
His head were in the clouds there.
Clearing the front leg.
They're only thinking 1 speed here now, the Marlins.
For a catch on here, Elliot.
Wickets in hand, and bang goes. He flicks that one out. Forward a point, spins back, and it really does just stop out in the outfield out there, folks. And just before the boundary, pulls up Tsunami chasing that one, and they get through for 3. I feel like these last few overs here are going to be pretty entertaining cricket here, folks. Marlins really looking to round things out and capitalise on the foundations they've laid so far this innings. Neil again darts that one. And Summerfield, with that lap sweep, gets it away this time, and that runs away.
Well, they look for 3, no. Happy with the 2. Pirates have done a great job the last 3 overs here. There's only been 1 boundary. And yeah, just 1s and 2s. And they have really put a hold on the free scoring Marlins. So it's just really important at the moment that they try and keep this pressure on with 3 overs to go. 147.
Yeah, Lloyd Aspen is really looks good so far, 38 off 21, striking at 180. Looking to take a few downtown here, I reckon, in these final 3 overs here, folks.
As Lutzy, the number 14 for the Pirates, returns to the attack.
You call it 180, could be a good score here now.
Yeah, I was purely hoping for 180, 190 from a spectacle point of view, Elliot.
Love to see runs in 620.
More bombs, more boundaries, and a big chase by the Pirates, who really will need to get away to a good start when they have the willow in hand as Lutzy rolls in. Flat batter, just a mid-on foot, 0. Very important dot ball.
Yeah, we see those length balls really popping up so far, so I wonder if the Marlins will take note of that coming into their bowling innings here. The length ball, quite hard to play on this wicket, just a bit unpredictable on the bounce with the seamer. Maybe the Dewey wicket. And wowee.
Play Beans nearly was just left standing there with the ball against another really odd sort of stumping.
Short fine legs on the ring there, so you can see what he had in mind, just trying to flick it over short fine, but just the dot, the result, and Rowan Lutter, he'll take that one. In again, ambling in from the far end, length ball, and Aspen flat bats it down the ground.
That's a great bit of fielding in there, digging it off.
And they get through for 2.
Fantastic bit of fielding there.
Keeps Aspen on strike. He's really seeing them quite well. Hasn't picked up one of those sweeps just yet.
I think he's better off playing with more traditional shots at the moment, Elliot. When he's tried to be fancy, he's missed out.
Yeah, you feel like maybe the conventional approach is the way to go here.
Well, for him, the way he's hitting them.
And
wide, really wide. Probably would have been a wide if he had to let it go, but they'll come back for 2. Logan Duval out at sweeper. Come down into Beans.
Clean from the big fella on the fence there. And Lloyd Aspen gets himself along to 42 off 25 deliveries here. Feel like that conventional approach for him is really providing the result that they're after here, the Marlins. And Lutzy, and again, bangs it in and just towed it there. Aspen.
It looked to go in slow motion, didn't it, Elliot? I was actually thinking that was lollied straight to mid-on. I actually thought it was going right down his throat. They end up landing metres short, right off the Q end.
His eyes were lighting up there, I reckon, with the length ball just popping up. Didn't get any of it off the toe, and they run through for a single, which brings Summerfield from South Oz onto strike. Lutzy, cover drive, bangs it into the ground, and they get through for 1.
A great over from Lutter. Really important over.
Especially this late in the innings, Mark. You feel like if you can get through an over without a boundary, it's a win. And they're in the contest here late.
Well, they've done that now the last sort of 4 overs. Really tied them up, keeping the scoring options to 1s and 2s. All important. A projected score, only 2 overs now. A 170 might be really handy as another. As another inventive shot. Looks like this all in fancy has not paid off there. As Summerfield. I understand why he's trying to do it. There's no one down there. Oh wow! 2 dot balls.
We see that change of pace again there from
McNeil push.
Clever bowling here from the spinner. Fires that one in, and Summerfield slog sweep gets the bottom edge out to deep square. They come back for the 2, and they get it. Great bowling here from McNeil.
You can see McNeil just pushing, running back to his mark, giving the batsman no time. Just that element of no time to actually think, darting them in, trying to get away with 1s.
Time between boundaries, the key here, the Pirates, and that's another great delivery from McNeil.
Should push for 2.
Fires that one into leg stump, and they get through for 2. But I think what are they now? They'd be at about 10 deliveries between boundaries.
I think it's possibly more, Elliot. They've bowled very well indeed.
Frustration building here, you sense, for the Marlins, and Summerfield on strike. They've got a man deep square, cow, corner, and long on to Summerfield on the leg side. McNeil, and again, fires that one in. And bowling from McNeil. Change of pace, starting it in.
The classic dart.
The classic dart.
Yeah.
Straight field, stump to stump.
Yeah.
Always hard to play here, McNeil. Bit more air in that one. Summerfield came down the track looking to go downtown. Just worked with it, and there's the boundary they were after for the Marlins.
That was a great over up until that loose leg side full toss, unfortunately, from McNeil. But the Pirates, again, with only probably half a dozen coming off that over, maybe 7 I think it was, 2 dot balls to start, unfortunately finished with a loose one.
I feel like that's the next level of T20 bowling, when you've done a great set, just rounding it out, making sure that you don't leak the boundary in the last couple of deliveries, and unfortunately there, great set from McNeil, came undone with the boundary late.
Yeah, you'd say take another 1 or 2, real happy to get out of that over. 150, I think that's probably 161, I think, with that boundary.
Coming into the last over here now, and they've tossed the ball to Honeybrook to round out the innings here, and 4 for 161 coming into the last here, the Marlins. And Lloyd Aspen on strike. He's been singing pretty well so far, 43 off 26. What can he produce? Honeybrook in, leg stump line, and they push for 2 here out to the Tsunami at deep mid wicket, and they get it. Lloyd Aspen moves himself along to 45 and the total to 163. 180 still in striking distance, Mark.
I'd like to see it. That'd be entertaining 5 balls that we'll see if we get to 180 from here. Although the way that they've bowled darting in at that heel of the batsman, frees his arms this time. We'll split the man. That sweeper, that's beautifully timed there from Lloyd Aspen III.
Just gave himself a bit of room there, folks, to the lefty. That leg stump line that you're talking about, Mark, with all the men out on the leg side boundary, and he's just backed away and split the gap there with deep cover on the fence and point on the ring. Great shot there.
Looks very good when he's playing conventional cricket shots, Lloyd. Very, very strong.
What can Honeybrook produce? The last 3 deliveries. Length ball. And Aspen.
Should be 2. Should be 2.
Great support there from the non-striker Summerfield. And Lloyd Aspen brings up a 50. And the Marlins. 171, sorry, with 2 deliveries to go. 169, sorry, we're just having a little bit of problem with the loading on the computer, folks, and rolls his fingers off that one again, and Aspen just works it for 1 to cover on the ring.
Great bowling by the Bear. A really tight length, really cramming him up. It's that Yorker length, yeah.
Leg stump line with a fine, deep square and a deep mid-wicket. Hard to get away with the right-hander. And Aspen only got the 1 boundary away there, backing away. Matthews gone for the lap sweep there and couldn't get any of it. Great take from the man behind the stumps. He's been very clean today, Mark.
Clayban's has been really tight of what I've seen of him. And again, I like seeing those sort of shots, but they have not paid off for the Marlins today. They've actually missed out. I reckon they've probably left 10 or 15, 20 runs due to trying to play those shots and not getting any bat on them.
Bangos. Comes down the track there, Adam Summerfield, and rounds out the innings with a boundary over mid-on, and again, conventional cricket the winner there.
Yeah, often the case. The Marlins losing the 4 wickets in their innings. Flying start from Kuhn and Glass, and it was a pleasure to watch, but the Marlins, Elliot, happy with that total, do you think?
Yeah, well, you just feel like, I can't help but feel a little bit underwhelmed after their incredible start there, but still 174 on the board and scoreboard pressure. The key there, perhaps.
That's a big total, in any sort of form, in any T20 game, regardless of if the pitch is playing trick score, although it looked like it sort of played quite nicely. So 174, a very, very respectable total. As I said, probably thought they might have been trying to hit that 190 figure, but a couple of tight overs.
They really brought it back there in that,
sort of
back half of
15th,
that innings.
16th, 17th, 18th over. They bowled really well to basically the screws on the Marlins. But yeah, the Marlins, I'd say, would be like pretty happy to defend that 174. So 175 to win. Tickle under 9 and over to quiet. So as the Marlins come out to do some fielding drills, prior to be getting their gear on to have a bat. And what's your prediction here?
Yeah, well, I just love scoreboard pressure, and the runs are on the board there for the Marlins, so they'll have the wind in their sails as they come in to bowl for this second innings here. And, 174, still a lot of runs to chase at 9 and over. Lloyd Aspen with a 50 in that late back half of the innings there, and the Marlins, their highest total so far this competition.
Yeah, it is. I think last week they put 169 on the board, and the Dingoes got them with about 10 balls to spare due to a couple of really good innings from Truloff and Blake Mark, who went a bit silly. So, at least they've posted. They haven't been scared. They've posted another great total. I'm sure they'll be looking at their fielding to be a little bit better and taking those catches, which it would have been interesting to see Glass being dropped early, who really got them away well. So time will tell, Elliot, as we might take a bit of a breather for 5 or 10 minutes and wait for the return of play.
Should win a coffee for you on Father's Day.
I did find one on the way to the ground, but it is Sunday and I don't mind clocking up a few, mate. So we'll see what's over there. But only be a short break, ladies and gents, boys and girls. And if you are tuning in, thanks very much, and we'll be back shortly.
Jake. No, I tried. Just go. Bring him out, Chuck. I thought you were on. June, I thought you were on for Tyler. Would have been big money too. $6, wasn't it? I don't know what it was.
Great place.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Happy Father's Day to all those people out there. As we have the Pirates, that's the bear out there, is it? Honeybrook, after bowling pretty tidily, is taken to the willow, opening the batting here for the Pirates with the man, Simon Malenko. Surprisingly, we didn't see Malenko bowl, Elliot.
Maybe an injury or something.
Yeah, like he was he a man of his particular talents. Oh, we don't think Malenko's playing. Just the number one jumper has actually got me confused then. So May not be. We'll find out. Co-founder of Big Hill, Nick Fitzpatrick, doing whatever. Oh, Dylan, yeah, apologies. Yeah, Simon at Malenka was running on one last week, but Dylan Preetsingera. That is definitely not the way you pronounce it.
Honeybrook. Now, after his injuries the last couple of years, and pushing for first grade at South, the big fella this year, actually in the white ball format. And Big Bear, 4 overs in the bank. He backed it up with a couple of runs here.
Summerfield taking the new ball for the Marlins.
Bowled absolute rockets last week, Summerfield. And real fiery action. And it ambles in and then just absolutely unleashes.
All shoulder?
All shoulder.
All shoulder. Something that you don't have at the moment, Elliot, as I've discovered.
Shoulders like a brown snake, really, mate. And Summerfield.
To the bear.
Kicking things off here for the Marlins. Fiery!
Oh!
Umpire hangs them up. That one
Would have went to third slip.
took off.
Can we call that a harmony?
Is that a Harvey? 2000, what was that?
geez.
2009 Ashes or something.
It certainly hit, swung, and kept going. Pretty sure the first slip building was pretty happy that their lineman got across. Who was wearing their gloves here for the Marlins? We'll have the green and gold gloves on.
And down the leg side, that'll be another wide here to kick things off. Not the start the Marlins were looking for.
Oh, bustling action at the crease.
The South Aussie just looking to find his feet here on Father's Day. Maybe the early start, just trying to find his bearings here a bit. Summerfield, we've seen him get a couple away there on the back end of that innings. Fires in again, and that's the channel they're looking for. Beats the outside edge there of Brandon Honeybrook. And that's the job that they're looking for him to do here. The Marlins defending 174.
I see what you mean by rockets, Elliot. Oh, man, he is. He looks like the sort of bloke I definitely would never want to face ever in my life. Certainly not that I've played a lot of cricket recently, but not even for money.
Oh,
The bear tries to go big.
his eyes lit up there with that back of a length delivery, but just really getting him through here, Adam Summerfield. And no runs off the bat so far here for the Pirates. The man back at deep square and deep third for the Marlins. 2 men out in the power play here.
Quite a traditional start to the fielding, isn't it? The deep square and the deep third man. That's another wide.
Miss here, Summerfield, kick things off. When he hits that channel, it's been good, and other than that, just kind of taking off a length. Hasn't got his run up right yet, perhaps. Summerfield, 3 wides in the over so far, and the Pirates will take all the runs they can get, chasing 174.
Summerfield just looking at his spikes, looking at the pitch, is sort of saying, I'm slipping.
Classic fast bowler, mate.
Yeah.
Classic fast bowler.
Might call for another left shoe in a minute. Spike cleaner, bit of sawdust. I love seeing the sawdust there at the start of his run up.
That's convention cricket there, the old sawdust. And Summerfield in again. That's the channel. He's bowled 3 wides and 3 absolute jaffers. Summerfield and Honeybrook hasn't figured it out yet early. That channel to the lefty, taking it away here. Summerfield from the left-hander. And the morning shaping up to be a beautiful morning for cricket.
Stunning morning here on Father's Day at Ivan Marsden. Not too sure temperature, 19, 20 degrees.
Oh, and that splash. That one, we heard that from the combox. Summerfield gives Honeybrook a shiner to remember his day out on Father's Day here at Evil Marsden.
Don't rub it. Do not rub it. Now the bear seems to be only going for 1 shot. Don't you agree?
I'm not sure what he's looking for there with the man out at deep square. Even if he gets that on that, it's trouble out there at deep square, and Summerfield's really carrying him through here.
I think he's looking to clear that fence out there, Elliot, with ease.
Summerfield in again, short of a length, and he gets a hold of it this time. The bear, and straight down that man at deep square, and it's wicket time for the Marlins. A pole in the first over, and Summerfield with the breakthrough.
The man tracking around at square leg may not have been able to see. It looked quite steady underneath it, but then had to lunge forward just at the last moment and ended up taking it very, very low to the ground. Probably made the catch a lot harder than what it actually was, but a great catch, albeit because obviously the Pirates did grass a couple early, so that could be really important. As the Bear, that was his shot. That was his fourth attempt, wasn't it? And didn't quite get it. Probably a slight top edge, possibly.
Top edge, and Summerfield really hurrying him through there. We saw him get a bit of body on Honeybrook the ball before, and really maybe playing in his mind the next delivery as he went for the same shot tentatively and got the top edge out to deep square. And Summerfield, he would have been fuming if they put that one down. And same with the Marlins as they hang on to the first opportunity. The Pirates put their first two opportunities down in the field, and will that be the telltale sign today here, folks? They say catches win matches. And one held in the first over here for the Marlins, and James McNeil to the crease.
Yeah, so we've had 8 balls in this over, 3 wides, 3 attempts at some lusty blows by the Bear, and the 4th going down to the throat of the square leg. So, you know, mixed bag for the first over here.
Mixed bag, that's for sure. And Summerfield.
Yeah, Summerfield now bowling his first ball to the other over, Dylan Quitzinger. What can we call him? Quitzy? The Zing?
Zingerberger.
Zingberger. Not sponsored. Summerfield in again. Can he round out the over?
He does.
He does, and no runs off the bat there for the Pirates. 1 for 3.
You don't mind if you bowl 3 wides and that's the only runs you can see, and you pick up a wicket. Taking that, aren't you, Elliot?
You take that every day of the week, Mark. And Summerfield getting the Marlins off to the exact start thereafter. The 2-time Australian Country Player of the Year, Summerfield. Oh, he's letting his credentials speak for themselves here with that first over. Fiery action. Summerfield exploding at the crease.
Yeah. Get the radar out on him.
They've gone the opposite approach to the Pirates. The Pirates sort of opting for the more medium pacer, no pace onto the bat kind of approach with their bowlers, and Summerfield coming in bowling thunderbolts for the first over for the Marlins.
Is that Hunter coming in from the other end?
Lloyd Aspen, I think. He got a 50, the big fella.
We've got the number there, number 7. Lloyd Aspen the 3rd.
Yeah, love his name, Lloyd Aspen, and loved his batting as well. 50 odd not out for the Marlins. Key figure in their 174, runs on the board in the back of the mind of the Pirates here. Coming into the second over. No runs off the bat so far for the Pirates.
As McNeil will be facing his first ball, the number 3 for the Pirates.
And they put the man on the fence, deep cover, and long deep third man here for Aspen. The man out in the power play so far, and here we go. Aspen for the second over. Rhythm coming into the crease and hits a length, and McNeil works that one down to the third man for a single.
So they must be trusting Aspen here to be able to bowl exactly where he wants to, a really strong 6-3 field. Just the sort of the man at 45, short fine leg, mid-wicket and mid-on the leg side. So if he happens to stray onto the stumps, I'm sure the Pirates will be looking to take full advantage. So it looks like he will be trying that 6th, 7th stump.
Yeah, he's
trying at least to sort of cordon off a particular area of the field.
doing a job here today for the Marlins, Lloyd Aspen. And that's a great channel. That's the channel they were looking for, and it's the channel that Pirates couldn't consistently hit in their bowling innings.
Yeah, well, we noticed that with Glassy, didn't they? They didn't really test him often enough outside off consistently. And when they did, he was able to turn the strike over very easily. So let's just see what Aspen can do here. Whether he's able to maintain that pressure, create a few dots, create pressure.
And again, that's the channel and beats the outside edge. That is a great channel, that one.
Executing the plan.
even if he does get hold of that one, they've got the protection out there with the sweeper on the cover boundary. So, great cricket here by the Marlins, and early signs are good. Both sides looking for their first win of the competition so far.
Absolutely desperate win though, Elliot. There's a couple of teams got away. Wave Riders, the Dingoes and the Kings, 2 from 2.
Spinning again.
Oh, lovely bowling. That's a real dry line, isn't it? Drying the runs up. Bit of chat.
Chat there, we love to see that. Lloydie Aspen, his favourite place in the world is Ibiza, and he loves a bit of action, the big fella.
He must cut some tiles then, does he?
Must be cutting some tiles and
How do you know about Ibiza? Why have you been there with him?
I'm just reading his little player profile here.
You reckon it's true?
Well, he mind a bit of party time with the bat.
Yes.
Looks like he doesn't mind a bit of...
Cutting a few shapes,
cutting
mate.
a few shapes. The outswingers, the shapes of choice in his first over here. Oh, that's the in-swinger. And they're able to turn the strike over there. Right as I said, outswingers, he brings one back to the right-hander, and McNeil.
Nearly caught him by surprise. I'm sure.
Me by surprise,
yeah,
right?
I'm sure the zinger might have been thinking, oh yeah, outside off, but he came back in the other way. So great bowling here. Loving this over here from Lloyd Aspen.
Classic fast bowling here from Lloyd Aspen. 4 outies in an innie. It'd be undoing of me if I was on strike, I tell you that much.
You know what I think when I think Lloyd Aspen?
What do you think?
Well, there's a great movie. One of the characters' name is Lloyd, and they go to Aspen.
Call her up.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Sure it is. It's just 2 worlds colliding here, so Lloyd Aspen, a smart cricketer indeed, because he has done very well with the bat and actually bowled a sublime first over. Only 2 coming from it. Bowled a great line and a great leg, bowling to his field, and really challenging the batsman there, Elliot. So, great start by the Marlins. 1 for 5 off 2.
Great start by the Marlins, and it looks like they're rich in bowling stocks, the Marlins. Still yet to use Bo Wisniewski, the man from the GC, with 5 for in the bag yesterday. So, playing second fiddle here to the big 2 opening bowlers, Summerfield and Aspen. Looks like Summerfield's having a few problems here with his spikes. And looks like the Marlins, they'll take this start. 1 for 5 off 2 in the power play. The Pirates yet to capitalise on their power play, 2 men out. And James McNeil on strike to Summerfield. The bustling South Australian comes tearing in, and that is a ripper channel. First class line there from Summerfield, and he loves it.
That's just too quick, isn't it? That just looked to be too quick, cutting in half. Gave him absolutely no time.
Tell you what, if you're a Pirates batsman, you wouldn't mind sitting in the shed till this spell's over. Summerfield
It's fiery.
standing up the heat in his second over here, and love to see him get the channel right. Second over, a bit more consistent. Oh, they go up, but just down the leg side there, you feel.
Sliding for sure.
But you just see the difference in the field here from the Marlins. They're up for it in the field. They're like a sponge, in and out with the bowler. The Pirates are a bit on the back foot after the flyer that the Marlins got off to in the power play, and the Pirates need to get a couple away here, make the most of the field up. I mean, 5 runs coming from the first 2.2 overs.
Oh, great flying catch there by the keeper.
And there's that loosener that Summerfield keeps giving. If he can just get rid of them, he'd take his bowling to the next level. The only runs to come off his bowling so far have been the sundries. Blaming it on his spikes there perhaps, but Summerfield getting a bit of rhythm up here.
Snaps the ball as he catches it from the mid-on fielder.
Big U-turn at the top of his run. Bit of rhythm here now. Oh! Digs that one in. And Kritzinger finds the first boundary. Just kind of held up there, the big bouncer.
Had to wait for it, didn't he?
To wait for it.
Yeah. And just cleared the man at mid-wicket. Hit the ball very flat. But obviously in the power play, first 4 overs, only 2 fielders outside the circle allowed, which are a deep third man and deep fine leg, so no protection in front of the wicket on the boundary. So If you're able to pierce the field or get over the top, you will be rewarded. Well, I'll be interested to see if the ball skids as much as the dew sort of disappears from the outfield. As Summerfield, yet again.
Having a few issues with his spikes here. Summerfield, we've seen a couple of looseners and he's dug that one in and it really did sit up. And Kritzinger puts it away. No protection out there, folks. Still in the power play here. We've got men on the boundary at fine-legged third man, and that's not the delivery the skipper was after from Summerfield. Wicket in the bag though. Can he make it 2? Feel like perhaps the odds are changing here with that boundary. And Summerfield bangs it in. That's the length thereafter and a dot.
Good cricket, lovely shot. Picked out the man. Went hard at the ball.
Yeah.
Looking for more boundaries, obviously. You've got to look for boundaries here, haven't you, Elliot?
Especially with the field up, Mark. You feel like that's exactly what the Marlins did well. They found the boundary early with the field up and the runs got away early. That's a great channel there from Summerfield. And Kritzinger finds the fielder. Another dot.
And this is where Glass in particular was able to go over the top, clear the infield quite easily. So just that punching corner.
We've got the duck sort of lazily grazing in from the boundary here at mid-off. Wanting to get a bit closer to the action. I wouldn't want to get too close with the way Summerfield's getting him down here. Looks like a bit of a slow ball. And they put the protection out at deep square for that one.
Well, the duck is not walking in with the bowl, which is disappointing, or waddling in. But not too sure if you can see that at mid-off. Certainly has taken up position quite well, though, hasn't it?
Is it a no ball? They've got next to the other outside.
They brought the duck in
Remember
to the ring there.
Remember the duck used to quack on the TV when you got out for a duck quack?
Yeah.
Well, maybe, well, there's no chance of these blokes getting a duck as they're both off the mark, but yet again...
maybe he's reading a different script to us, the duck. Oh no, he's wandering away.
Senior coach Lockie Stevens walks by. I'm sure he's had some good tutelage to the boys. And throw down to the Tsunami.
Great start here from the Marlins. Aspen in again. There's the channel. Great shot for no avail. Singer hits the man at short cover. And just going back there to the end of that over, the way that they were able to tie that out, Summerfield, with a 1, is not what the Pirates were able to do, leaking boundaries in the last 2 deliveries of the over. Real costly. And great example of T20 bowling at its finest there from Summerfield. Aspen in again. Innie that time, and that looked pretty salmon. Perhaps a bit of bat on that one.
Big appeal, big appeal. And again, he's bowling that channel, then the one coming in, looking to attack the stumps, attack the front leg. Lord Aspen put in a little clink here, 1.2 overs. Looks like he's really 2 runs coming from him.
Great start here from this opening partnership of the Marlins. In the key, their 2 opening batsmen did a great job as well. And Aspen really getting his innie to go there. Outswinger first delivery, big in-swinger second delivery. What's he got for us here?
Does revert back to the outside channel. Slower ball.
Straight at the man at short cover. Joshy Matthews, very busy so far there at short cover. I love to see that as well. That's another thing the Pirates didn't do. They had the men sitting on the ring and the Marlins were able to take ones every single time.
Yeah, they seem to be a little bit more attacking, putting the pressure on, making the Pirates having to push harder.
Especially at that cover region, that's where the Marlins were able to get a lot of singles early. And the Pirates dotting up there, just forward of point. Great channel there.
Big effort ball from Aspen. Another dot. Absolutely. Now, what will they do with Aspen here, the way he's bowling? 2 overs in. With this pressure they're applying, Elliot, do they keep the pressure on with Aspen the way he's going, or do they keep him in the bank later in the innings?
I'm a big fan of rolling with the momentum when you've got it. I saw it last week a couple of times. Skippers taking the ball out of the hands with bowlers that had a bit of rhythm up, and just love to see them when their tail's up. Let them go, I reckon, Mark. Great start here. Don't change a thing, I say.
Another
Another
slow
dot.
ball, another slow ball, another dot. As the zinger, the Critzy, will be feeling it.
Dots are as good as wickets here, I feel, for the Marlins. Builds the pressure. And they'll be thinking boundaries. Last over of the power play here for the Pirates, and they just haven't been able to capitalise on the field up.
Well, you know, no pressure on Aspen. This could be a maiden with this ball. Have we seen any or many at all in the BPL to this point?
Channel, and they amble through. Chance for a run out here. Hits, but the non-striker backing up.
One run off the over. Lloyd Aspen takes a bow.
Great set there from Lloyd Aspen, backing up his 50 with the bat with a great first 2 overs. 1 for 3 off 2. That is iconic T20 bowling. And what do the Marlins do here will be interesting. Looks like they are bringing on the change. Here's the man in form with Wisniewski.
You can continue to say his name. How do we say it?
Wisniewski had a bit of practice. We call him Wiz down at the Dolphins.
That seems a lot easier, mate.
Does seem a lot easier.
What's
It's a
the
bit of
Wiz?
a fun name to say.
What's the
though.
Wiz do, mate? What do we got? Right armour, medium
He's a-
pace.
He's a bit of a handful, old Wisniewski. Runs in and straightens it up, seam up, straightens it up off the wicket with his few leg cutters, and just one of those bowlers that's just awkward to face, Wisniewski, and really just one of those men that brings about wickets. He's a wicket taker. 5 of them yesterday for the Dolphins in the opening round of the season. Down there at Bill Pippin. Here he is again today for the Marlins with Wisniewski. Not the start thereafter. We've given him a wrap, and he'll start with 5 wides. They'll take that. The Pirates.
Pirates. Well, I'll take it because they needed it after being 1 for 12 after the power play after 4 overs.
More runs than they got in an over
Yeah.
so far. And Wiz, the man they call the Wiz, not the start they're looking for here. Keeper couldn't get a hand to that one. Field spreads here.
The run rate was pushing out to 10s. Just tickle under that now, so
Wisniewski in again. Bangs that one in, and they get through for a 1 off the gloves of Kritzinger. A couple of tricky names here for us, Mark.
tricky for
Tough
you,
day
mate.
here in the combox.
Tricky for you, mate. You just keep saying them. I'll just keep backing you up.
Not a bad start here to this over for the Pirates. 6 coming off the first 2 deliveries, and Wiz going to need to tighten things up here for the Marlins. 1 for 18 so far. And Wisniewski got men on the boundary at cover. Long on, deep square, fine leg and third man. Wiz bangs the length, and that's the top edge. Can the man at fine leg get around? He can't. And he's made a meal of that one. Rolls across the fence again for another boundary.
All important boundary here for the Pirates. Is this the over to get them running, to get them rolling?
I feel like this is the over that they needed. The Pirates couldn't get any boundaries away in the opening 4 overs, but 2 already so far for Pirates, and the runs flowing easily here off Wisniewski so far. And he tightened things up. The field's on the boundary for him. Wisniewski bangs it in, and again a little bit of body. Maybe just something happening off the wicket there. That's the second time we've seen a batsman wear one this innings, and they get through for a single there. Pirates 1 for 23 off 4.3 with Wisniewski. Man in form. 5 wickets yesterday, as we said. Can he pick up a couple more here for the Marlins?
Turns to the top of his mark, comes in.
Bangs that one in.
Kritzinger goes big, goes to mid wicket. The man takes the catch. That's a fantastic catch out there at deep mid wicket by the number 9 for the Marlins. We'll get a name for you. But the Wiz,
Joshy Matthews swallowing that one in the field. He held a couple out here deep on the boundary last week, and safe hands again out there on the square leg boundary. Wisniewski with the breakthrough.
continues his form from yesterday, Elliot. 5 for his local cricket. Takes vital wicket here as the Pirates were trying to get going. A couple of boundaries in the over, a wide and a 4, all critical. But the Pirates, a little chink in the armour.
Costly deliveries chewed up there by Kritzinger just to give his wicket away. That's the pressure that a few dots builds, and a tight few overs to kick things off. Kritzinger really trying to keep the momentum going there and pick the man out on the square leg boundary.
Andy Michael strolls to the crease, the number 8 for the Pirates.
Andy Michael batting 4 for the Pirates, the all-rounder. Classy all-rounder. He's been out of the game for a few years. Andy Michael bowled pretty well for the Pirates. Wisniewski, can he round out the over here for the Marlins? 115 off the first 4 deliveries.
Oh.
That is what they're after. That's what he was drafted for. And gee, tell you what, if he can keep bowling a channel like that, the first 3 bowlers for the Marlins are going to be a handful for any team in this competition. And not the kind of delivery you want to get first rock. Andy Michael just hanging his bat out to dry there and lucky not to pick up an edge. Wisniewski finding his range here with the 23. Oh, they crossed. Oh, don't mind me, folks.
We're not Elliot. You keep calling, mate.
And then into the over there. 5 down now for Pirates. Neil on the receiving end of a couple of jaffers there to round out the over for Wisniewski. Does Aspen continue on here, Mark?
No, he doesn't. As we get a check, the Marlins, the number 19 is Jamie Eccles.
Jamie Eccles, Brisbane Magpies.
Taking to attack, so they have taken the man off, the man that was actually putting the absolute screws on the Pirates. Aspen bowling just 2 overs for 3 runs. So Eccles, you know, he's just got to maintain that. He's just got to bowl. Well, what are they doing here with the field? With a deep third man, deep cover, deep mid-wicket, fine leg. Is it just the 4 out they're using at the moment?
And Eccles, in he comes. Medium pacer, loves a change-up, and just the one there off the gloves of Jamie Eccles. Oh, who's our new batsman here? Sorry, Andy Michael. Gloves that one down to a vacant square leg for a single. And tell you what, I'm a big advocate for conventional cricket. Even in the T20, we saw the conventional shots bringing the fruits for the Marlins in the first innings. And I don't know about a change-up. Aspen was bowling well there from the far end mark.
Yeah, you wonder with another tight over. Love a little shot there.
Elegant shot there from McNeil. Works it down to third man for a single. Field spread here, and early signs are that things are maybe loosening up here for the Pirates.
Well, it's a tale of two stories, really, with the start that the Marlins had compared to the Pirates. You know, the Pirates with wide run rate. Jeez, why is that so hard?
Sunday morning, mate.
10 and a half.
We'll let you off.
10 and a half and over. As Michaels turns that one around, should be looking for 2. And it's an easy 2 there. Boundaries hard to come by the Pirates. Maybe this is their plan. Maybe they're looking to just maintain just a little constant trickle of runs.
Yeah, you feel like they need to lay the foundations of a partnership here. The Pirates, a couple of early wickets. Need these two men to be set at the crease and just working the field here. The Pirates, singles and 2s starting to flow easily here. Early signs are that maybe a partnership the Pirates need is forming. Eccles, great channel, and Michael works that one down to third man for another single. Productive over so far, 1s and 2s for Pirates.
Productive without being spectacular. Marlins.
Love to see this here for the Pirates. Just build the foundations of a partnership. Eccles in again. It's that channel outside, hit stump line, and McNeil took the invitation, swing and a miss. that's that channel that's been so good today for all the bowlers. Just playing up off a length a bit, Mark, and Eccles hits it again.
He's done a job here, Eccles, coming in behind Aspen after bowling some great overs. Can he produce to the end? That's well bowled again as McNeil just pushes really down to gully. Just for one, it's a great over by the Marlins again. Marlins maintain the squeeze here, Elliot. You know, as the run rate pushes out to 10.5. So 2 for 92 after 6. The run rate just under 5 now, the Pirates. So are they going to trust themselves to go big at the back end? Or they start looking to push earlier? What do you think is, once the run rate, pushes over a certain mark, do you think it starts getting a bit sketchy, Elliot? Like 12s, 13s, 14s, or...
I just feel like wickets are the key here for the Pirates. Just need to establish the partnership. Wisniewski fires that one in, and
McNeil
able to work that one out to the square leg boundary for 2. Yeah, I feel like wickets in hand are the key here for the Pirates. They've lost a couple early. The Marlins were able to go and get away with it, and they can keep some wickets in hand and keep these 2 men at the crease. The business end, don't forget they have a power surge after 10 overs, so if these boys can get set over the next few overs, keep the scoreboard ticking over, you feel like they're still in it, the Pirates. Wisniewski hits that length, takes off, and...
there's an attempted very late cut down to third man from McNeil.
Keeper with the baseball mitt takes that one over his shoulder, and we'd love to see that flying through. That's a West Aussie wicket, that one.
Is the West Aussie wicket still a thing? With the whacker and everything there early? Are you coming from there? Does it still produce that sort of short pitch?
Yeah, something about the clay. I don't want to get too into the nitty gritty because I do love to badger about it being from the West myself. But
great running there from McNeil, just pushes into mid wicket and they scamper through for an easy single in the end. Pirates just turning the strike over, continuing. They don't appear to be looking for the last few blows at the moment, as the Marlins were, so they appear to be taking their dues, respecting the bowling.
Yep. If you are only just joining us, folks, we saw the Marlins get away to an absolute flyer. It's Glass getting 50 off not many in the first 6 overs. Wisniewski, great channel again, beating the bat outside off. And
I don't want to be picky, but I think he scored 49.
Was it 49?
I think so.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
They did,
yeah, they cheered him, didn't they?
It was confusing.
I was cheering his batting too, just from the boundary here.
It was confusing. Maybe it was the 4, but I think it was 49.
Off to a flyer either way, and it's not the start that the Pirates are been able to get off to here, folks. So, stark contrast here with Wisniewski again. Great channel, and one's being the runs of choice here.
They have bowled
Pirates.
a different line and length, haven't they? They have bowled different areas, and they seem to be a lot more stricter with the fields they're placing and what they're bowling to. So they are executing quite well at the moment, the Marlins.
It's been great T20 bowling so far from the Marlins. Been able to keep the runs tight, a couple of early wickets, just what the skipper was after. Wisniewski in again, great channel, and McNeil, he's loved that little tickle down to third man, he gets it away again, and just changing the strike over consistently here, the Pirates, as the score ticks over to 34 after 7, 2 wickets down. Game in the balance, but you feel like maybe they might have to hit the accelerator at some point here, the Pirates, if they want to keep in the game.
Still under 5 and over. As that required run rate does start to get closer to the 11 mark, may take this opportunity to thank the amazing sponsors as the Queensland Cricket Club Florida Sports Corps for getting well behind the inaugural BPL.
What a competition it is too, folks. Great opportunity for players from all clubs to be drafted into different franchises and represent various regions of this beautiful state, Queensland.
Yeah, any clubs from anywhere really in Queensland, from ages from under 12s all the way through to the Open. So over 800 cricketers get an opportunity to play in this exciting tournament.
great initiative. And one of my favourite things about it, folks, is seeing, as we see Eccles roll his fingers over that, and they get through for a single. Thought he might have been in with a sniff of a shout there, Eccles, but they get through for a one. Just going back to that point there about the competition and the opportunity for cricketers across all grades and all organisations across the state to be drafted and come together in teams. It's an interesting dynamic, great opportunity for young players from various teams to learn from some of the iconic players.
Yeah, and play against their mates as well. So, it does really well bowled there from Eccles. Misfield as McNeil. And in the end, they come back for two.
So, big Denny O'Connell, the spinner, couldn't get down there. Big Sydney Harbour over that one, and they get through for two.
Go on, sorry, Elliot. Yeah.
I was just going to say we saw fielding be the key there in the first innings for the Pirates with a couple of drops costing them dearly. But it's not the same here for the Marlins. The misfield there.
And yet again, is that channel outside off. McNeil not looking to go big. Happy to take ones and twos at the moment. But yeah, obviously a lot of cricketers here playing against good friends from their own club. A real, dare I say, state of origin field, mate against mate. I think brothers against brothers, and I'm sure there'll be some good rivalries happening throughout the whole competition. Eccles.
That is the channel that they're looking for, and Andy Michael just hanging his bat out there.
The area of uncertainty there, and Eccles finds the spot. Michaels just took the invitation and had a little wander back, didn't he?
It's been great bowling so far from the Marlins. They've just been nailing that fifth stump channel, and 2 for 39. You'd have to say they've got the advantage so far as Michael works that one out to the man on the boundary at deep square, and they just get 3 for 1. 2 for 40 after 8, 5 and over for the Pirates. They're going to have to put the foot down if they want to keep in this one. The Marlins got away, folks, if you are just tuning in.
100, yeah, indeed.
Very entertaining first innings from the Marlins.
174 they scored. It was looking to be a touch higher, but a couple of really tight overs near the back end by the Pirates. They put the screws on them. But as we see here, Pirates taking a slightly different approach.
Tom Olsen, the new bowler for the Coastal Marlins. Big change here. Wisniewski with the wicket. Looks like they're rotating in 2 over spells here, the Marlins.
Sunshine Coast Scorcher.
And you just feel like maybe this might have to be an over to put the foot down here for the Pirates. New bowler, 2 batsmen sort of almost set, you'd say, in T20 after you've seen sort of 10 to 15 rocks. Skipper's going to be putting pressure on to go. Left armour.
Olsen to Michaels, sprays him in his pads. Yeah, Jed Lipke, the keeper there for the Marlins, the only one showing any interest. But the most important bloke showed no interest whatsoever as he signals a leg by. Do you think, Elliot, that they will be targeting certain bowlers? Do you think they'll be going, right, we're going to wait for him to finish his spell and we will actually go hard at a particular one?
Yeah, you feel like a lot of these guys would know their opposition, play a lot of cricket against each other, either teammates in the nets or a few games against each other throughout the year. But if I was a set batsman out there now, I'd be lining up the new bowler, nervous, new to the crease, first over of the day,
Put some pressure
on him, get on the front foot.
One thing I will be interested to see is how the Pirates do actually use their power surge, because last week versus the Wave Riders, as Olsen, sky catch man coming around for the Marlins from mid-on and takes the
swallows it. Great catch there from Zach Coiney.
And unfortunately for the Pirates, as they do try and hit a boundary, they become unstuck. But it was a real steady few overs here for the Pirates. As you've called, Elliot, they did need to keep pushing here. They did need to go hard. Now, I don't think that is the tsunami at all.
No.
I think I'm saying that's play beams.
And
I could be wrong, but it's certainly not. Certainly not the number 2 of Sunam.
As we were weighing in the first innings of what is a par total on this wicket, folks, regardless of the total. Runs on the board are the key.
Yeah, I believe that is Clay Beams. I'm just only going by the walk. Not that I study walks or body posture or body language, but
the way he holds himself.
Yeah, Clay batted down he batted about 6 or 7 and looked real good, and I think he could have been a key last week if given the opportunity. He looked real good at the crease. But going back to the power surge, the Pirates left the power surge to the last 2 overs, and they actually needed 20 runs per over. So I'll be interested to see what Wigney and Stevens have up their sleeve for the power surge, or whether or not they actually have anything to do with it. So
Get Murray in there, mate.
So, Brad Wigney, the head coach of the Pirates, South Australian state player through the 90s, heading up the Pirates with Lockie Stevens, senior coach, who's certainly got some credentials behind him, coaching state teams and BBL teams across the country. Former Toowoomba Grammar student and captain, and a real handy bloke to have on their side, but as...
Opportunity put down there, tricky one. But McNeil advanced down the track and Olsen saw him coming, dug it in and gloves it down the leg side. Opportunity put down there for the Marlins. Tricky one though.
Jet Lipke for the Marlins. Moved well, tracked well. Actually has done quite a good job. He's had some pretty straight deliveries down the leg side today, hasn't he? He's done a pretty fair job, but any chance dropped, unfortunately, is no good as Olsen comes in.
There he is again, McNeil. He loves that shot down to third man. The glide and the misfield.
Clay Beams turned him back. Probably a good call there. It looked, I'd say he would have been left stranded.
And great set there, Tom Olsen. Only 4 coming off it and a wicket. It's a great set coming into the crease. And bowlers have bowled well here for the Marlins. Pressure's on here, 3 for 45 after 9. And the Pirates got that run rate in the back of their mind. Chasing 174 here. Gore Marsden, field 3. Great cricket so far by the Marlins. It's been masterclass T20 bowling.
The Pirates have basically been running at 5 runs per over consistently. They haven't had any spikes really, except for that over with the wide and a 4. Besides that, it's been pretty steady going as the run rate creeps up to nearly 12 as Eccles comes in to McNeil, who's got this little forward. There's a little bit of action down here.
Get back at the crease, mate, he says.
As he
Tall, medium pacer sends him back.
As he underarms.
As he underarms, yes. At his ankles.
fearsome stuff. But he's McNeil has changed his approach here just the last over. He's starting to move out of his crease, trying to unsettle Eccles and unsettle the bowlers, which I think is important because they do. As that one's over pitched, the man at fine leg, down on one knee. Classic fielding, beautiful fielding, good cricket. So Clay Beams on strike, the number 2. So he's not the Tsunami, who's normally been running the number 2.
And not his brother Dane, who you might know from the AFL, Dane Beams, but captain of the Surfers Paradise Cricket Club, Clay Beams. So, knows how to play the skipper role here, and they're going to need someone to stand up here, the Pirates. Is he the man to provide the comeback that the Pirates need here? That run rate mounting, but clean T20 cricket here from the Marlins.
Clay Beams, the plumber from the coast, the tradie.
And Eccles in again, being so consistent with that line, change of pace, and again we see a dot. Runs on the board, just play on your mind as the second team batting here, as we just about get blown away here in the com box. Lucky we're 2.
The com quick shade.
Yeah. 2 serious frames here in the com box today, folks.
Let's got some peace.
Eccles in again, digs that one down and Beams hangs his bat out, flick it over, point on the ring, and they get through for 1. And big change of tactic there from Jamie Eccles. He's been quite consistent, banging a length in, but he dug that one in for a bit of chin music, and Clay Beams worked it over the man on the ring at point for a single. It's James McNeil to the crease, almost a runner ball now, and is that an inside edge?
No, that on pad.
And another set through with no damage done to the scorecard. They'll take that as a win, the Marlins.
As the wind just picks up here, we've got some help securing the commentary box before it flies away. We go with it.
And
thanks to the matchday manager McNeely.
Looking after us here, and Tommy Olsen comes back in for a second over. First set was a goodie, a wicket, and only 4 runs coming from it. The skipper spoilt for choice today for the Marlins. Every bowler's done their job so far. Only 47 runs coming from the first 10 overs. When do they take this power surge, Mark?
Well, Clay Beams, beautiful cut shot, splits the man. They'll definitely push back for 2. Yeah, McNeil looks quick, and Beams looks up to the task as well. Very handy 3. As I said, they took the power surge the last 2 overs last week, where they needed 40 off the last 2. I'm not too sure of the tactics behind that. I think when you've got batsmen out there, obviously your middle order batsmen who would have thought are a little bit more attuned to pushing the ball around better than the later order batsmen. McNeil rolls that one down to 3rd man for 1. I'd just be interested to see how they actually do take their power surge this week after last week. As the total, of 175 looks a little bit far at this point, as that run rate is creeping up to 13. So I just find if you keep going, it's hard to catch. It's hard to catch at the end of the innings. Still got some batsmen to come in though.
Oh,
That's a jumper.
that is a great rock by Tommy Olsen, and gee, they bowled well today, the Marlins. That's it's been the key for them in this innings so far. Tommy Olsen, only 8 runs coming from his first 9 deliveries, and you'll take that every day of the week in T20 cricket. Bowling to his field nicely here. The left-hander coming around the wicket.
Oh, beautiful sanding shot off the middle of the bat from Beams. Picks out the man at cover. No run.
Hey, Beams, looked like it came out of the screws there. Sounded like it at least, and straight to the man at cover on the ring for a dot. Going to need to find a boundary here, the Pirates, as they just try to win this over here. The Marlins, the man going back at deep mid-wicket. Olsen digs that one in, and although he can manage as a single, he'll take that every day of the week. And there's that tactic we were talking about in the first innings, Mark. If you've had a good set, just defend it in the last 2 deliveries of the over. Take the win and preserve the damage. Can they keep the Marlins to another boundaryless oval? Gee, they'd love a boundary here.
Oh, they would, but I'm sure the owners of the Marlins would like to see a wicket.
Wicket! Oh! Right on cue, the commentator's curse.
Jet Lipke with a real hard chance. McNeil rushes back for 2. That would have been an absolute screamer from Lipke, the keeper for the Marlins.
He's had his work cut out for him with the opportunities today, Jet
He
Lipke.
has. Unfortunately, the chances that he has been provided with have been very, very difficult. But once he'll be wishing he was able to snare with the right or left mitt. But again, sounding like a broken record here. The Marlins bowling really well. The Pirates. Now, power surge. Here we go. So they've had 1 over after the 10th, so they've decided to take it now. So either a clear change in tactics, or they either forgot to do it last week and had to take it in the last 2. Which, when I was commentating with Bo, we were sort of quite mystified as to why they hadn't taken it earlier. So I thought we had missed it. There was all sorts of stuff happening. Is that Eccles continuing?
Summerfield, they put the big fella in. He's bowled rockets in his first set, and wicket time. The pressure was on there. Clay Beams called the power surge, and he looked to go over that man at cover and picked him out.
How often do you see the power surge implemented with a wicket following?
It's a great initiative about T20 cricket, isn't it? Just
so often you see wickets in the power surge, and I don't know whether Clay Beans would have played that shot any differently, but at the run rates now at 13.5, the Pirates
are on the ropes here.
Walking the plank, mate. Like they are really under the pump here now.
And you just feel that scoreboard pressure in the back of the mind of the Pirates. 174 on the board for the Marlins. A big power play by them. Couple of tight overs early and that required run rate creeps up. Now with the power surge. And the new men at the crease are going to have to go here. So it's make or break here for the Pirates.
No number for the new incoming batsman, unfortunately, so we will wait for that to come through to give you a name.
And Summerfield, his first spell was electric, and he's got a wicket with his first ball of his second spell here.
We think it's Harrison Clark Burnham. Punches that one back to the bowler.
And Summerfield, he's done the job here for the skipper today. And the Marlins really on the front foot here. First over of the power surge. And McNeil, the set batsman at the non-strikers end, wants to get on strike here. Summerfield, and again, great shot for a dot. Unfortunately, couldn't break the inner field there. And Harrison Clark Burnham, gee, that was a good-looking stroke there, Mark.
We commentated his game last week, and he looked very classy at the crease. He looked like he had a lot of time, and Bo nicknamed him HCB High Class Bat. High Class Bat.
He had to go.
Running out on. Chances galore here.
And that's the pressure we were talking about, Mark.
I'm sure under the commentary box quick shade we do have Harrison's mum, and I know you can probably hear her laughing in the background, the heart fluttering, and as I say, I don't want to put too many big raps on him, but he did look really good last week, and hoping for a big total. They need him to score. McNeil. Oh.
That single, and ones aren't what they're looking for here in the power surge, the Pirates. It's been a great set so far by Summerfield, and pressure's on here for the Pirates. That's the pressure we're talking about. The new batsman to the crease, on strike, feels like they have to go early.
And good on Harrison. Like, he's come to the crease knowing that they're at 13s and 14s. You can't waste really too many balls. That's well bowled.
Great set by Summerfield.
The Yorker into the toes is generally pretty hard to get away at any time of the game.
2 for 12 off 3 overs so far by Summerfield. 2-time Country Player of the Year. He's been a great pickup here by the Marlins for this competition. And wowee, second over of the power surge. What's the chat that's going on there between the batsmen, Mark? What do you think? Second over of the power surge, 120 runs to get.
Well, hopefully it's not what they had for dinner last night or where they're going tonight. Hopefully it's...
Or what they're getting their dad for Dad's Day.
Yeah,
like we were talking about.
Hopefully they're looking at what areas of the field they're going to target and how they're actually going to do that. As we have the two fielders at deep third man and the sweeper at deep cover. 5-4 field, so just 4 on the leg side, all inside the circle. Can he get inside of it and get something on it to the leg side?
I burn him to face.
Not with that line.
Dot. Oh, pressure was on there.
And that's the man coming back into attack. No surprise in the power surge. Lloyd Aspen, who bowled 2 overs for 3 runs, scored a 50. So he's on today, Elliot. He's definitely on. No surprise they brought him in for the second over of the power surge.
Yeah, big Lloyd Aspen, his first spell was a goodie. They bowled well the Marlins, and they bowled well in this power surge especially. Aspen in again, McNeil.
Oh, that's Harrison.
No, Harrison, sorry.
Full flay of the bat.
Swing and a miss. Pressure's on here, the field's up, runs are needed, and feel like they've just got to go here, folks. 120 to get, 15 the required run rate, and the Marlins just happy with a dot.
Even if they get close, it's going to be really entertaining. So let's hope these two can really get away.
Aspen in again. We saw him without his innings. That's a slow ball, inside edge to the man on the ring at square leg. And McNeely backing up there, almost an opportunity at the non-striker's end. Andy Lloyd Aspen, Sandgate Redcliffe product, part of the Sandgate T23 Pete, 16, 17, 18, and winner of the Simons Medal in 2018. So,
oh, good accolades, Ellie. That's a bit of a string, isn't it?
Comes with a big rat, a big fella.
Let's have a good pull room. Harrison, beautiful off drive. Great bit of fielding, direct hit. Not out, says umpire. Well, we don't know the umpire's name. We're just calling them X and Y last week.
Yeah, we'll go with that. We can roll with that.
X and Y axis. You know. For you guys that love an X and Y axis out there.
Probably the same kind of crew that can calculate the required run rate in their head, Mark.
Yeah. Bo Nicholson, I mentioned his name. As Aspen comes into McNeil.
Great shot. And you just feel maybe he's getting frustrated. The set batsman, he's 24 off 27 rocks and yet to really get anything away with only one boundary. One ball to go on the power surge, and you'd have to say the Marlins have won this one.
Oh, won it easily on points, haven't they? They might be looking for a bit of a knockout blow here with a couple of wickets.
Can they just save protection? Last ball of the power surge, and it's a dot, and that is how you bowl in a power surge, folks. No boundaries.
The channel.
Off the power surge. And, gee, tell you what, the Marlins have come out firing today on Father's Day. Great innings batting, and the bowlers have been absolutely fantastic as well. As we see the duck return to short fine leg.
He's back. Taking a look.
The captain's called him back.
Duff says, this is my stomping ground here at short fine leg. You listen here, pal. And
The Pirates, with no Simon Malenko, might be missing just a little bit of firepower possibly.
and no Trent Keep either. Have to get the inside word on selection.
Burnham pushes, rolls that one off his sip for one.
Couple of stars for the
Yeah.
Pirates out.
And like, you know, looking at the way they've batted, you know, just haven't been able to go over the top, haven't been able to really go on that strong attack. As the way those, a couple of the Marlins batsmen were able to take to the bowlers and just really lift the ball over the infield. As McNeely gets a bit inventive, gets across his... yeah.
That was salmon, folks. McNeely walked across his stumps and tried to work that one down to fine leg. But that was in the middle, you'd have to say. And Jamie Eccles back into the action with a wicket. And gee, it's not looking good here for the Pirates. 5 for 59, 13.1 overs down. And the Marlins look like they're going to get their first win of the competition here. Early call, but
17 required, mate. Tell you what, if they don't, it'll be great to watch. That's for sure. So, got the young man at the crease, Harrison Clark Burnham. I reckon that is the tsunami coming in down here.
bowled well the tsunami.
Without any numbers, it just...
Can he carry the momentum from his bowling into the batting? They're going to need it, the Pirates. And gee, it was an early start here this morning. Perhaps maybe a bit of a sleep in for a couple of the boys, you think, Mark? Father's Day duties, perhaps?
No, there shouldn't be any duties to fathers on Father's Day, mate. It should be feet up.
Brekkie out, though, at least?
Yeah, well.
A couple of brekkie dates, surely.
I'm sure the cafes are bustling this morning.
Shame we couldn't get you a coffee from the canteen there earlier, Mark.
It's alright, mate. I'll give another crack shortly.
Who's in again? Oh,
Tsunami!
the tsunami! Brings a bit of firepower, works it away over short, fine leg. And first roll! Bit of a misfield down here at the fine leg boundary. And tell you what, the tsunami bringing a bit of action in his first delivery already.
Just the big lap. Just the lap?
He's been the first person that
Ramp,
we've
sorry,
seen today that's been able to get the continental cricket away. Conventional cricket's been the way to go so far, but Tsunami says first delivery, I'll have a crack, and he gets it.
So immediate change to the field. The fine leg, which was up, is now pushed back onto the boundary.
Jamie Eccles wasn't happy with that, sends the man back. What are we going to see here? Slow ball. And
to that man that's been pushed back, comes in off the boundary, flies in.
the one. So what do you do here now as the Pirates? Do you still go for the win, or do you start to reset for the next game and just say to the boys, get some time in the middle, get a few runs under your belt and carry some confidence into the next game?
None from 2. There's going to be none from 3. I think the answer's clear there, Elliot.
Six overs to go. They need 17.5 runs and over here. And
that's not going to make
there's
any
the answer.
No, there's no such thing as time in the middle in T20. It's a case of for the Pirates, none from 2. They need to win. As the young man Harrison, the Clark Burnham, trying to make room on the leg side to access that leg side boundary, was not able to. Be disappointed there. As the unmistakable figure of Logan Duval with the long locks streaming out the back of the helmet strides to the crease.
Jamie Eccles been bringing the breakthrough twice in this over here for the Marlins, and it's been a good all-round performance so far by the Marlins. Incredible batting. If you missed it, folks, it's worth rewinding and watching the highlights of the Marlins innings. A couple of blistering 50s. Chris
Oh my God, Josh Brown!
And,
Woo!
they bowled well too as well here, the Marlins. Jamie Eccles 2 for 19 off 3.5. Can he round it out?
Wow.
Works it to point for a dot, and a great set again by the Marlins. Jamie Eccles 2 for 19. That's his spell done. He'll take that every day of the week in T20 cricket. Only 19 runs, 2 wickets coming from his 4. Who's been the pick of the bowlers here today, Mark?
Oh, I think Lloyd. I think Aspen, the way that he bowled earlier in the innings, put the screws on and just sort of set the tone for the Marlins. Even the fiery opening spell of Summerfield, even though he went for a few wides, just was able to provide really nothing. No boundary balls. And again, that could be due to the Pirates lacking a little bit of firepower with the bat and keep the length line not playing. So, as Aspen,
rounding out his set here, only 4 runs coming off his first 3 overs, Aspen. And the Tsunami goes for the big slog sweep off the first rock, and the outside edge runs away to third man, and they get through for 2. Looks like he's coming in to go bangos here, the Tsunami.
I'm sure Aspen, the way he batted, you'd be looking at a little man of the match performance at the moment. And absolutely brilliant.
As we see Jack Cooper strolling into the combox, the big hitter. How are you, mates? Good?
Very good.
Join us for a chat here, mate? Got to go warm up. Jack Cooper, the new club this year. Where are you, mate?
Sandgate.
Sandgate. Get on okay yesterday, mate?
Not too bad.
Couple of runs. Win on the board for Sandgate.
No, got the loss.
Lost who
Lost to
played?
Toombul.
Toombul. Tough loss yesterday.
That's bidding Duval. Fly over the bat, down to cover. Beautiful shot. They need more than that. They need some big bombs. They need them to come very, very fast, because at the run rate required of 20, the Pirates are really on the ropes here.
And I like the look of the Tsunami on strike. He looks like he's come out for one reason, Mark, and that's to go downtown. First few deliveries have been entertaining. What can he produce here against Aspen? Digs it in, and umpire hangs them up. That's a wide. Looks like he's backing himself in for the big one here, Tsunami. Got the men on the fence at deep square and long on that leg side, but you feel like the modern day cricketer isn't intimidated by men on the fence. We're thinking about the men in the crowd.
Well, he's been the one, even last week, he's looking for those ramps. He's looking to use the pace to sort of access behind the keeper. So let's see what happens here.
There it is. Oh, you get all of it, and just the one out to deep square.
I don't think he's renowned for his power hitting in front of the wicket. Like, not saying that's not a strength, but yeah, you've got to go to your strengths, and Tsunami, so another square leg. That's Duval.
Logan Duval. What's that name?
Nephew of Robert.
Aspen in again. Oh, nice straight bat there from Duval, and they get through for one to the man on the ring at mid-off.
They need more.
Ones aren't going to do it for him here, the Pirates.
You've just got to go everything. The kitchen sink, the lot, I think, Elliot. Whether or not they're conceding already, I doubt it. It'll be none from two. Go from none from three. You'll be struggling to make the finals, aren't you? So, you need to win all their games. Slow ball.
Oh, is that going to run away? Hard work for the man on the boundary there. Joshy Matthews picks it up with one hand.
Fairly well.
Lloyd Aspen goes for the Cristiano Ronaldo at the non-striker's end. But safely in. Great fielding out there on the boundary by Joshy Matthews. Taking a couple of catches on the boundary.
Pretty silky out there. As you'll see, the Kings do a little leisurely warm-up lap. They're next on here.
Tell you what, some colourful kits getting around in this competition. The Kings out there on the fine leg boundary to the right-hander in the warm-up, bright yellow.
The Magic will be taking the Kings in the next game here. And I'll be joined by Joel Hall, who's been commentating all weekend, basically. He got some soothers for his throat and food. Can talk, I'm sure he'll be right. Where are you off to, Elliot, for the next game?
Field 2 for me in the next game. I've got great battle between the
Pirates and the Rockets.
Pirates and the Rockets. Field 2. We actually had a reschedule. We were supposed to be commentating
Field 2.
the Magic and the Wave Riders. Wonder how that game's getting on over there.
Let's do a quick score check there because
Wave Riders got 100.
Joel Hall starting his commentary early. 140 for the Wave Riders, who are
undefeated
so
far.
The Magic looking for their second win.
And Duval.
Magic are 3 for 39, so
It's like the Wave Riders are a force to be reckoned with competition so far. And with the way the Marlins have played today so far, maybe they are too. As the Tsunami gets one away through cover, they come back for two. And Joshy Matthews cleaning up on the sweeper boundary out there at cover. Score trickles over to 76 here off 15.3 overs. And Wisniewski, 2.31 to 18. Hasn't gone for many after his few looseners first over.
the big whiz, wearing the number 24 for the Marlins. Unfortunately, as we see the game somewhat unfortunately petering out here, Elliot.
Maybe we might have been in for a firecracker with big runs.
Really might test our commentary skills here, mate, at the moment as we look to
liven things up.
Four
Duval.
Fine leg for one.
I hope everyone's Sunday, Father's Day's off to a cracker if you are tuning in. Hope you've looked after your dad so far. A little coffee perhaps.
Maybe two.
Breakfast in bed. Maybe two. Your tally's looking a bit dire in the coffee department so far, Mark.
Looking to make a comeback later on in the day as the Wiz.
Oi, Wisniewski!
Ledke! Overthrow. No overthrows to do.
They're going to be looking to bowl them out here, the Marlins, for maximum points. 4 wickets to get with 4 overs to go. And they have kept the runs down, but they need another couple of breakthroughs here.
Ellie, do you know much about the point system?
How it works from the bowling department in terms of bonus points, but I'm assuming that bowling them out is going to need extra points and percentages. And they play 6 games in total.
Yeah.
Every percentage counts, and say with 4 wickets to get here, the Marlins are eyeing off it's
Probably fairly similar for each run, like 0.01,
yeah, something
0.1 or something like that, which we don't have.
I don't think so, to be honest.
You won't get into the nitty gritty.
More interested in the
action.
Sixes, and Olsen,
Catch
the
it.
Tsunami, full bunger, and he's whacked it straight to mid-off on the fence. And great catch there, coming in, diving forward. And wicket time again for the Marlins. 7 down now.
And as you can see, not a great reaction from the Marlins. The fielders have stayed on the boundary. They're just looking to maintain, keep their energy for the next game. As Hendo strides to the crease. We know he definitely has some band-aids on his feet. I'm not sure how many.
I've got to tell you, Mark, I am surprised with 3 wickets to get inside 3 overs. If I was the skipper of the Marlins, I'd be getting the boys up. Come on, boys, 3 wickets to get here. Let's clean them up. But they're pretty happy just to
Pretty
the game play out as it
Is
please.
that just the Gold Coast feel though, Ellie? You're on the coast, they're just
Can't help but feel like the Wave Riders is a bit of a Californian beach vibe name. Wave Raiders. Not exactly the first name that would come to mind to describe a cricket team, but geez, tell you what, wouldn't mind playing for them, the Wave Raiders.
Got a nice little swing there at that.
We'll roll with it. Tommy Olsen comes in, round the wicket. We'll go back to the action, I think, Mark.
As Henderson, this roll punches that one just 2 points for no run.
He was playing up a bit of a blister there, Tommy Henderson? On the Josh Henderson, on the boundary when he was fielding, but quite happy to stroll out here at 7 down and try to put a few Dorothys over the fence, and just quite beating the infield. Josh Henderson beat the man at mid-off, and great set this so far. Tommy Olsen, 2 for 12 off 2.3, and 7 for 80 now. Marlins, 3 wickets to get to clean them up. Can Tommy Olsen pick up a couple more here? And that's the dot there. Logan Duval. Looks like he maybe is eyeing off a couple of big hits. The mid-wicket region is vacant on the boundary. And is that in his arc, working with the left armour here. Tom Olsen coming around the wicket. Great line outside off, and that's found the screws, but it's also found the man at cover. He's been busy there.
He has been busy. Duval looks pretty strong there through the cover region. Hasn't been able to split the field, find here's the gap. If he does, he'll cash in.
It's a bit of the story of the day for the Pirates. Just haven't really.
There he does. He finally pierces the field, and when he does,
as we say that, Logan Duval says, if I can't beat him along the ground, I'll beat him in the air, and he puts that one over short cover for a boundary, much needed boundary too for the Pirates. We haven't seen many across the road this second innings. If you are tuning in, definitely watch the highlights reel of the Marlins' first innings. We saw a couple of huge hits and a high total. 174, is that the highest total of the competition so far? Anyone with an inside word?
yeah, well,
close.
Marlins got 169 and said last week, which got chased down. I think 174 would be it at the moment. I'd like to see the magical 200 man here today somewhere, or even a ton for a batsman. You know, I think that'd be special. Hendo on strike. That is Summerfield.
Oh, great shot by Henson. Classic cover drive. Again, can't beat that man at cover on the ring. And another dot. 74, highest total of the comp so far. So the Marlins had a tricky weekend last weekend with no wins, but they're looking good so far today. Regrouped in the week and come back a new outfit this week.
Opening the account. I was actually catching up with a couple of the owners there last night, and they're still confident they're going to take it out. So,
Still confident they're going to take out the competition?
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. No surprises. Joel Hamilton, Nick Fitzpatrick, and Jared. We still got this. So,
Here's Summerfield. He shortened his run up to get through him.
Actually, I don't think Hendo was even ready. Oh, he was.
Tell you what, he's still generating a bit of pace from a short run up. Adam Summerfield, and Reefer for the Country Cricketer of the Year.
Let's go, Mars!
Murray.
Come on, Mars! You beautiful man.
Full of fans here.
Definitely
The
best mates with
grandstand's
Joel.
packed with Nathan Murray fans.
Joel Hall, because when I was talking to Joel last week, he said, make sure you hang Muzz out to dry, but they're trying to be a fisherman. So
He did quit cricket to take up fishing for a couple of seasons.
So
Yes, as we can see here, great opportunity for a player out of the grade system to step up. He's back in the grade system. Wicket Norths. And they get on yesterday, the Norths. First weekend of grade cricket kicked off yesterday here in Queensland. Convincing win over Uni. We're getting the inside word here.
38 required per over.
And, you'd have to say the win is beyond reach here now, but Summerfield 3 for 14. It's been a tidy spell here.
41 required.
That is a great spell. Adam Summerfield, he's been the leading bowler of the competition so far, and 3 for 14 off his 4. That's a great spell of T20 bowling there.
89 runs required off the last 2 overs here, Elliot. What will happen?
Gonna need a couple of
Dorothys. Couple of high full tosses over the hip, sailing over the boundary for 6. Couple of free hits galore.
I reckon the next innovation.
What do you think would be the highest ever last 2 overs chase down ever in T20? Like, is it going to be something like a 70?
Yeah, well, you'd have to. Could it be great stuff to have up your sleeve?
A couple of no ball pressure.
I saw a 44 hit off the last over in a T20 LMS game.
Oh, unheard of.
Big Benny O'Connell.
Featured heavily last week, Benny O'Connell, but his first over today, he's been tossed the ball in the 19th over.
They probably didn't need...
Orthodox.
Oh, I love the drift, the rip, the dip, the turn. Where has he been? Not required.
The seamers have done the job here today for the Marlins. Does it give you O'Connell? Does it
give you a vote of confidence when the skipper throws the ball and they need 40 and over?
Especially after a good couple of sets last week. The seamers have done a great job here today for the Marlins. And tell you what, I reckon the next innovation in short format cricket is rewards for the size of a bomb. Over 100 metres can't be valued at a 6, in my opinion.
Muzz crunches that one down the mid-off.
Keeps the chasing team in the mix.
Are they looking for Red Enki, these batsmen, just to bolt their average up, for
on
the
the
PPL? I don't know.
There's your answer, I think. Duval looking to go downtown there. Settles for 1, down to long on. And Benny O'Connell, he's looked like he's coming out pretty nicely here for the left arm orthodox. Tosses that one up. And Nathan Murray, the fisherman, he's fished for that one. And settles for 2. It's a long off and into the last over of the game here today for the Marlins. First win of the campaign, and
they're away. Last over to be bowled by
Wisniewski.
The Wiz, the big Wiz, the number 24 for the Marlins. Duval.
Just happy to knock it around here, it seems.
They're pretty happy out there, aren't they?
You know what? It might be smart batting by them not to be bowled out here now. We see the Kings stroll across our coverage here, folks, and feature in the next game. Wisniewski tearing in, digs that one in, and top edge.
One bounce, straight down to him, into the portal.
Oh!
Takes out Harry's mum.
Bit of action.
Oh, more action.
Very smart.
Harris and Clark Burner's mum nearly taking herself out by trying to return the ball into the quick shade. I tell you what, that's the most action we've seen for the last 6 overs. So.
And tell you what, you can tell she's a Pirates fan as she hacks the ball up there, tosses it into a bit of metalwork in the grandstand here, folks.
She's been banned for 3 months for
ball tampering. Needed that tactic to come into play a bit earlier, you'd have to say. Game's out of reach here now is Wisniewski. Unlucky not to get a wicket there with the top edge. Duval just works with the angle of Wisniewski and nudges that one into the onside for a single. And Wisniewski, been the most expensive bowler here for the Marlins, but as we mentioned earlier, 5 wickets yesterday in the opening weekend of the grade competition, so he's the form bowler, you'd have to say. And only the 1 for today. Oh, Nathan Murray lining up the boundary downtown. It is vacant at mid-off. And and Wisniewski saying, "Come on then, take me on."
So the tail of the tape today, unfortunately, the Marlins rocketing start, big innings by Glass, and they continued on. A couple of tight overs by the Pirates, but they were just never able to get away today, were they?
Never able to get away, and
I'd like to see some stats and some boundaries because
yeah, you just have to say that runs on the board are the biggest advantage in short format cricket. Scoreboard pressure adds up quickly as we saw that required run rate slowly drift up and go beyond reach for the Pirates. Yeah, only the 3-5 boundaries coming so far in the second innings as Nathan Murray crunches that one to Jockey Matthews on the cover boundary.
taking cover. It went hard, very hard indeed.
Only the one there for Duval. Geez, he's looked good through that cover region, but hasn't been able to get anything too damaging away, Duval, unfortunately, as he moves himself along to 18. And Nathan Murray on strike. Wisniewski, full toss.
Yorker length, nearly. We're going for the Yorker anyway.
And that'll do it, folks. That's the game. The Marlins with their first win of the campaign over the Pirates in convincing fashion, Mark.
Convincing indeed. I did call the Marlins after 3 overs into the game at the start. I did tip them.
You did
can
have
I spruik that? But
yeah.
the Marlins, as we've talked about, off to a great start with the two openers, and were able to sort of keep the pressure on. Boundaries sort of coming quite frequently, except for a few overs there, as we have spoken about, to push the total up to 174, the biggest total so far of the St Kilda BPL. The Pirates probably never really getting over 5 and over.
5 and over, and that'll cost you in T20 cricket, especially chasing a total of 174. And convincing win there. The Marlins looking good. Can they carry this momentum into the second game today? They need a few more wins to stay in this competition, and the Pirates still winless so far. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks so much for tuning in as we go to the second game. So on field 2 here, the Pirates versus the Rockets. Magic versus the Kings in field 3. Thank you, Joel. He's going to keep me on the tabs the next call. On field 2, Pirates with the Rockets. That's where you're heading out.
Mark, thanks for the call.
And Dingoes versus the Power, the main game in field 1, but really the main game. So, thanks for the call, Ed. It's been great. We'll go try and find that coffee and a bite to eat and re-scramble and see us, mate.
Happy Father's Day, Mark. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there, and thanks to all the viewers for tuning in.
We'll see you soon.
We're working together.
We're next, go.
Yeah.
Alright, enjoy, boys.
Yes.
Get a coffee.
Hey, how you doing?